5,000, 50,000, or 500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
So what did the doctor say?
He said I might need surgery.
Wow, it's that serious.
Well, we won't know for sure until I talk with a surgeon, but I'm lost. This is all new to me.
The decision to have surgery isn't easy, but neither is living with pain.
There is an alternative to surgery. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach and can restore pain-free joint function so you can avoid surgery. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We also help restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. So when traditional medicine suggests you need surgery, how about taking another approach? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. See for yourself when you sign up today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Terms and conditions apply.
The Arizona primary election is coming up on July 30th, 2024. That means the deadline to register to vote for this election is July 1st. Every voter has ballot options to choose from. Based on your party affiliation, learn which ballot you can request. Just head to arizona.vote. That's arizona.vote or call 1-877-THE-VOTE. Make your vote count. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Secretary of State's office.
Live from the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
Here we go.
This is KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting at K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rhodes in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And tomorrow is June. June starts tomorrow, so don't forget to pay your rent. Everybody. Yes. Yep. Make sure you pay your rent. Avoid those late fees.
Still due on a Saturday.
Yep. Don't sleep on it. In fact, you might want to slip the check right there into the slot today, so you don't have any issues. But hey, listen, June is looking to be pretty fun. You got the NBA Finals starting next Thursday. You got the Stanley Cup Finals starting on the 8th. Then, if you like tennis, the French Open runs through the 9th. Golf's 124th U.S. Open, June 13th through the 16th. We'll have your updates here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Sure we will.
If you love some TV, and I know you do, there's this new show coming. I don't even know what it's about. This is Star Wars, the Acolyte. Is that like Pedialyte for
I think
Jedi?
so. Yeah, yeah. I think it's
They're
dealing
all
with the space kids.
Right, dehydrated. And,
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's on Disney Plus. And then if you like some period piece porn, Bridgerton is back. That's right. Part 2 of season 3.
Is that what that show is?
That's what I understand it to be.
Huh.
That's what I've been told it is. It's period piece porn. And it's not what you think that means, Moist One. Anyway, House of the Dragon, if you're one of them Game of Thrones people, I've seen this many episodes. Absolutely none. Let's see. And I'm not trying to be hip. I just
I watched the original show, and that was good enough for me. I was done. It was a nice 6-7 season ride.
Basically just boobs
8.
and dragons, right? Boobs and dragons.
And people getting killed and stuff.
Boobs and killing and dragons.
Yeah.
Which was more, boobs, killing, or dragons? See,
About
you have to think
about
it.
even. About even, to be honest.
Really? Venn diagram, it's all equal.
It's about equal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Boobs and Dragons. I'm sorry, House of the Dragon. That's on June 16th when that comes back.
Same thing.
I haven't seen The Bear. That's about a dude who works McDonald's, I think.
No, he opens his own restaurant in Chicago. I think it's a really good show, actually.
All right, well,
yeah.
Where's that at? I've never seen
That's
that.
FX.
Oh, you're right. It's on Hulu. And then let's see. For Donnie, the Tony Awards, they're on CBS on the 16th.
Why would Donnie be concerned about the Tonys?
Oh, you know why. And then, of course, movies coming out. Bad Boys, Ride or Die. There's a couple of middle-aged, puffy versions of those guys. And then Inside Out 2, because you needed another one.
Right.
Thing with the emotions, the little thing.
Yeah.
You needed another one. Did you?
They're promoting that using NBA guys, Dwayne Wade and
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony. Yeah.
Did they use Draymond Green for anger?
No. They have Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony are watching a ball game, and then Dwayne offers Carmelo some popcorn, and as he brings the popcorn up, he's got his world championship rings on. Of course, Carmelo doesn't have any world championship rings, so instantly that whole commercial goes south, and it goes into Carmelo's head, where there's envy and anger that are talking about. I don't know. I don't watch it.
So what I'm really trying to tell you is there's no movies coming out that are worth a damn. Kevin Costner's cowboy movie, but did you like the Quiet Place movies? If you did, then there's another one coming.
I liked them. Yeah. They were pretty decent. Yeah.
I feel like you could just wait till they show up on
streaming. I still like going to the theater though. So
when there's something worth going, I'll go. I really will. But so far, I don't see June as a month of anything worth seeing.
Which is weird because that used to be the opposite.
Yeah,
like
you used to be blockbusters.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to treat the Bad Boys Ride or Die like that. It is not. Some holidays for June. Father's Day is on the 16th, and then Juneteenth is on the 19th. So those are the holidays. And Donnie, it's Pride Month. 888-368-1580. So last night, one of the funniest things you will ever see is when a troll meets a troll, and the trolls troll the troll trolled the other troll, and the trolls are trolling each other, and they both cry foul. And I start getting messages, look what he's doing. And I'm just like, well, he's a troll, you're a troll. If you don't want no bleep, don't start no bleep. And so it's like, it's like for guys who think nothing is out of bounds, which is both of these guys, suddenly things are out of bounds to both of these guys.
Well, that's the thing. There's supposed to be some level of the mutually assured destruction where if I have a nuke and you have a nuke, neither of us should use it, and they both used it. That's what happened.
In honesty, I'm the only one with a nuke, and the rest of you fools are just sad.
Well, on Twitter, no one's got. The nuke is how creepy do you want to be?
Yeah,
apparently.
and listen, both those guys. I'm talking about Choro and Donnie. Both these guys have been inappropriate. Both these guys have trolled hard. Both these guys have done stuff, and you're like, ooh, no. And so, but it's just funny. You know how you meet somebody and you're like, later you're like, I really didn't like that guy. Really? He's just like you. That's what's happening right now.
You're the two Spider-Man pointing at each other, complaining about the other guy being
Yeah.
Spider-Man. You're just I don't know what to
Nothing
do
is
with
so
this.
important to me that I would get that deep into it on Twitter. You know what I mean? They're dragging out children and they're dragging out wives and dragging out this and that, and I'm like, oh, this is just stupid. This is dumb.
You would have been muted a long time ago if I did it. You can say everything you want to me. I'm just no longer listening.
No, so for me, it was just it never affected me. Donnie, both Choro and Donnie took turns coming at me, and I was just kind of like shrugged my shoulder, like, hey, this doesn't work on me. And they're like, okay, so now we're all pals, right? And so then they just turn their attention to somebody else, you know, like Donnie going after Berg, like, oh, okay, well, that was a misstep. So a bunch of people blocked Donnie. And here comes Choro and Donnie fighting with each other. Everybody else is just sitting back going, oh, good.
I got my popcorn going.
It's kind of like when you hear gang violence. You're like, oh, okay.
Gang violence.
Yeah, well, you know, as long as civilians aren't hurt in the middle of this, yeah, let them have at it. Yeah, that's the same thing with troll violence. Yeah, let's just see how this all plays out. You know?
All right.
It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, so last night, holy crap, Donnie, you got blown out. Oh, my God. That game, I was wrong. I thought for sure the Minnesota Timberwolves would go ahead at home and continue in their winning ways. They would continue with the momentum that they had built from the previous game. It seemed like we have figured some things out. We know what to do about Doncic. We know how to limit that damage. And then they came out and they got their collective asses whooped, 124 to 103. That does qualify. I've checked my notes as a blowout.
Wow.
It's
Didn't even show up for the game.
Yeah, it was.
Anthony Edwards, as always, he showed up for the game. He always shows up for the game.
28. Carl Anthony Towns had 28, 12 rebounds. So, you know, what happened? What happened, Keon? What happened with these Timberwolves? Was it the Mavericks just went ballistic, or was it the Timberwolves just ran out of gas? Because I felt like the Mavericks had run out of gas the game before.
Yeah, I think they ran out of gas a little bit, but I also think that as look, Derek Lively is an important player on that team, and he helps to protect the rim. And to have two different guys in him and Daniel Gafford, they could play 20 minutes each and just give you a ton of energy, playing defense, defending the basket. Really important when Anthony Edwards is out there. They were missing him in game 4. And that does change the math for them a little bit. And it was still a close game. So like, I don't want to make it seem like they showed up and just wrecked these guys.
First quarter was 35 to 19. Keon, they showed up and wrecked these guys.
but what I mean is in the sense that the Stars did what they were supposed to do.
Second quarter was 34 to 21.
They ran out of gas because they didn't get anything from their role players. Nothing.
69 to 40, I believe, was the halftime score.
Yeah, but they didn't get anything from their role players. Like the guys that they rely on normally to show up did not show up. I don't believe that Dallas necessarily just took it to them and they couldn't figure it out. There were guys in Minnesota that did not show up for that game.
That is so just if you think you're going to show
disappointing.
Up, this is the one you'd show up for. This is
the elimination game that you're trying to defend in your house. Yeah.
At home. At home.
But you got next to nothing from Gobert. You got next to nothing from Jaden McDaniels. Kyle Anderson played 32 minutes, and I couldn't tell you what he did out there on the floor. Like
he ran up and down the floor
slowly, because that guy has never moved fast a day in his life.
Yeah, ran
is I mean, it's just he's like not at all like Luka. Kyle Anderson is the slowest moving player in basketball.
I don't know the way Luka moves around.
Luka's controlling it. That's the reason why Luka can go at whatever pace he wants. Kyle Anderson is not going at whatever pace he wants. That's the fastest he can actually go. I just look at the team for Dallas. They're a deep team. they get a little bit of help from everybody, and then Kyrie and Luka stick in the dagger. And by the way, game 4, they didn't figure out Luka then either. Luka still got 28.
It seems odd to me that Luka and Kyrie they scored what 66 points.
They scored 36 together. Each.
36 each, so 72 points then.
Mm-hmm.
So they scored 72 points. And how many total points did the Timberwolves score?
124. So there's about 50 off the bench.
No, the Timberwolves.
No. 103. Timberwolves 103.
So I don't know. I'm just kind of riffing here. I'm just kind of thinking outside the box. I'm just kind of thinking here. Why wouldn't the Timberwolves just let Luka and Kyrie do what they do?
Oh, that's
and
bad
why
idea.
wouldn't they? What do you mean?
It would have been worse.
Because
if they scored 72 points,
they'd have scored 90.
Yeah, you can't let them.
No, I'm not.
This was
I'm
them
not saying,
trying
I'm
to.
not saying don't try to defend them, but don't focus your entire defense on that, but rather focus on shutting down everybody else out there.
I don't know that that's necessarily going to work because that's a lot of guys to stop. If there was just one or two other guys, but you got double figures from PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford. You nearly got double figures from Derek Lively, and he only took 3 shots.
And that's what I mean.
But I'm saying that's too many other guys to say we're going to take you out of the game bit by bit. And
poo.
That means you're not like they were already.
Put Ant on Luka Doncic, and Ant's jock is still hanging up in section 364 of the stadium from last night because Luka walked all over him.
What are you supposed to do with Anthony Edwards? You're going to put who are you going to put him on?
Put him on somebody else.
Because if you don't put him on Luka doesn't score 36, he scores 45. Like that's so you're getting the point somewhere or the other.
I have a physics question. Sorry, I have a physics question.
Yeah.
So he got all walked over. Why would his jock be up?
Because he got faked out of his jock. I don't know how many times. There were so many times that Luka did that little travel that he does all the time.
He does travel.
He travels all the time.
I counted like 8 steps. I saw this slow motion replay. I counted 8 steps, and then it turned out they weren't even talking about that. They were talking about something completely different. I'm like, with a travel.
He does that. He does that Slovakian traditional dance that he does all the time, where he kind of does a double step over here and a double step over here and then back two. I mean, Ant couldn't stop that. Anthony Edwards could not stop that.
He did his best. And if you put a worse defender on Luka, he's giving you 45 points. You haven't helped the cause at all.
I guess maybe. I don't know.
Here's
you got
the thing
2 7-footers out there.
Yeah, well, you
got
have
2 7-footers out there, and you couldn't put one of those guys on Luka?
You can't put 7-footers on Luka. You can never put 7-footers on ball handlers. Remember when Rudy Gobert had to guard Luka to end game 3? What happened? Did Luka Doncic not shake this man out of his socks? That's a mismatch in favor of the guard.
You don't want to break ankles in a 7-footer.
You don't ever put a big on a ball handler like that. Randy, you don't do it. It's
do something different.
Okay, here's what you do different. Maybe Karl Anthony Towns, who was 1 of 6 from 3, stops shooting those. That's the reason why you say they've got 2 7-footers. They've got one 7-footer and a guy who happens to be 7 feet tall.
I'm with you there. I'm with Karl Anthony Towns.
Karl
either
doesn't
he's
want
hot or he's not.
He doesn't want to play like a big man. I've been saying this is why I do not like him. He's 7 feet tall and he wastes every inch of it because he doesn't want to play like a big. He wants to be out there shooting threes. He wants to handle the ball like he's Durant.
Yeah, I mean,
and he does it well. But
I mean, I get you.
When he's off, he's off. And he's a horrible defender.
it just boggles my mind when I see teams do the same thing and get their brains beat out every time they do it. You know what I mean? Try something different is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know what they could have done different.
I'd have been farting. I'd have farted up and down the court.
You would have farted?
I would have farted. They used the fart.
You'd have really filled up your gastrointestinal stuff, and you would have just laid
whole
them
milk.
Out
right? And everybody drink whole milk.
Well, there it is, right there.
Go
that
Chipotle
would have shut him down
right before the game.
Look,
That
listen,
would've
I
shut
don't
him
want my players with diarrhea, Keon. I just whole milk will be fine. Brunswick guy says, "Wow, Randy is going to die on this hill. He could defend Luka Doncic better than all the brilliant minds in the NBA."
I'm not trying to die on a hill. I'm just saying, do something different.
It's just Kyrie makes it very difficult Because if you stop to focus on Luka, if you throw an extra defender his way,
look, I mean,
Kyrie
both
Irving
these guys are world-class ball players.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying anything about it. And I think Anthony Edwards is a rising superstar, and he's a wonderful ball player. But it seems like to me, on a team that's been so good all year long in the Minnesota Timberwolves, you mean to tell me you can't do something different than just put Anthony Edwards on Luka Doncic?
Here's what you do different. So you've got Kyrie Irving, you got Luka Doncic, you got two world-class players, like we said. But we've also talked about how solid every other player for Dallas is, how deep this team is. So I go back to when Jokic was talking about the Timberwolves after they lost to those guys. And he's like, these guys were built to beat us. And so the Timberwolves built to beat the Nuggets, but not the Mavericks. So now you have to think about, what do you do with your team differently to make sure you can beat the Mavericks if this were to happen all over again? And it's tough to put a team together this way where you're trying to think about who might we face in what part of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Timberwolves were legitimately and literally built to beat the Nuggets. They just happen to have the right personnel who could get that done. So all you can do is the best you can do. And if there are some weaknesses that have been exposed in this series that the Timberwolves want to look at, okay. But if they don't change anything, well, look how far they got. And who knows what it would be different next season.
Well, trade away Karl Anthony Towns, get somebody in there specifically to stop.
Phoenix has got a couple of good bench players. We can just make a trade.
I don't want him here in Phoenix. He's best friends with Devin Booker, but I don't know that it would be a good thing to have Karl Anthony. I don't want him here.
We got to change something here too. You know.
Listen,
Karl is not the answer because
the Suns need to change a lot. And congratulations to the Minnesota Timberwolves on a wonderful season. The bottom line is, I just didn't see them adjust enough to try to stop. I mean, so what? Luka and Kyrie get 50 points each. That's still 100 points. You still win. You see what I'm saying?
You're not stopping all those guys from scoring. There are guys coming off of the bench, and like the guys that even scored, they weren't taking a bunch of shots. You actually kind of are wasting your time if you say, all right, Daniel Gafford gave him 11. He took 3 shots. I mean, if you're trying to
How
stop,
did that happen? If he only took 3,
he got fouled. He shot some free throws.
Well, I mean,
3 shots and then free throws to follow.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Okay.
So but you know, PJ Washington, 9 shots. He gives you 12 points.
And I know we're up against a break here, but I just, it boggles my mind. And this is just one of those things. And I'm not trying to die on this hill. Dallas, congratulations on winning the Western Conference Finals. Bottom line is, you mean to tell me that Anthony or Karl Anthony Towns or the Frenchie guy, what's his name?
Rudy
Sardines.
Gobert?
There it is. You mean to tell me those 3 guys couldn't stop 3 of the other guys on the Dallas Mavericks?
I mean, the series was 4-1. So the answer is
well, I know that.
I know what you're saying, but when
that answers the question.
When you say three other guys, it's like yes, those guys are moving around and they're setting screens for the guys that are actually scoring these points. If you spend your time trying to shut those guys down, I don't know that you're necessarily making up the ground in a way that's that productive. And I don't think you stop everybody.
I think Dallas just bullied them. Bottom line, Dallas just bullied them, and they have more experience. And I fully expected Dallas to win this from the get-go. I couldn't see how they were going to stop a more experienced and veteran savvy team like the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, now, like every other team, Timberwolves have some stuff to think about, and they got the offseason to sort out their woes. Walter Mellon says, you got that right, Jeffrey. If you break ankles in a 7-footer, you got to put them down. You know, like a racehorse.
Wait,
let me tell you, when they hold the sheet up and you hear the gunshot in the arena,
my God.
It's still sad. We know what's happening behind the sheet. So you're right, Walter Mellon. You got to be careful. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We got more people with more to say about the Western Conference Finals, and we got a whole bunch of other stuff too. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-736-6158 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-736-6158. That's 800-736-6158. What do you have to lose? Call 800-736-6158. Again, 800-736-6158.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona. And they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy?
Totalmente.
Now you can get 50% off any unlimited data phone plan. That's one line for only $25 a month, and you keep the phone you love. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. So find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Offer ends July 31st, 2024. Promo subject to cancellation after 12 months. Available exclusively online and in Total by Verizon stores. Requires a compatible unlocked device and SIM. See totalbyverizon.com for device compatibility and additional details. Taxes and fees may apply.
With the first pick. Now that the draft is in the books, it's that time of the season when the team gets together, to get acquainted. Summer means mini camp, OTAs, then pre-season. Keep yourself tuned to the station with all the insight, updates, and breaking news you need to know about the NFL offseason. If it's the NFL, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Yesterday, a lot of fun having Paul Mercurio with us. And, of course, he left behind something. Not an STD. Well, he might have. But this is tickets. He left tickets for his shows tonight and tomorrow night. We got tickets to give away all show long. So be listening for your cue to call in and win. Mouth suddenly stopped working.
Yeah. Why did Ron call me last night? He was rambling on about where were you today? I really needed you. Boyd Jeffrey stepped in it, and I couldn't get anything else out of him. What was happening? I don't understand. Here I was on my deathbed, nearly on my deathbed, and Radio Ron's calling me. Are you going to be back tomorrow? I may have to take action. I don't know what he was trying to say. What happened?
Because he had to go answer the front door.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. He had to actually get up out of his desk and answer the front door. So he
said something about commercial breaks and missing times. And
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know what he was meaning. So you don't know what he meant by anything like that.
I don't know anything about that.
Keon, do you know why Radio Ron would have called me last night?
I can't think of any reason. No.
I wouldn't worry about it. He drinks. So we got tickets. Be listening for your chance to call in and win. I will let you know when that happens. But in the meantime, don't waste another moment. I'm going to a show. I'm not going to tell you which show I'm going to, but I am going to go to one of these shows this weekend for Paul Mercurio. So
you probably have VIP access, right? You're going to be backstage.
Well, let me just tell you something here, pal. I paid full freight. I paid it because I wanted to make sure the people listening got their tickets. I didn't want to take their tickets, so I paid actual good hard American cash to go to the show.
Is he or is he not your buddy? I mean, I would have thought he would.
Oh, he'd have given me the tickets.
He would have
I
hooked
didn't.
you up.
No, I'm paying. I'm going because I want to make sure we can give away the tickets. So we got 4 pairs of tickets to give away today, and the times are tonight at 7:30 or 9:45. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. or 9:30. So those are the times. And if you win, you just let Keon know which show you want to go to. And he'll just ask you for a little information and bam, you're going to get some tickets. They're at will call though. We're not emailing them to you. Just show up at the will call and they'll take care of you. They will set you up. And yesterday was extremely funny. This is one where you should go back and listen to the podcast. Most of the time I'm like, I don't know. Like today's show, probably not.
It's a Friday.
No, I mean, a lot of people get on the air. They'll lie to you. They'll like, hey, everybody, got a great show today. Let me know. I probably not.
If you say that every day, one of those days you are absolutely not telling the truth.
Yeah, I mean, I had like 12 pages of show prep today to give you an idea. This
is that all?
Yeah, this is. I don't know why.
What are we going to talk about next, though?
I don't know.
It's a choose your own adventure.
So
we'll find out
got
together.
Tickets to give away. That's what matters.
All
we
right.
have tickets to give away, and I'm sure we'll piss somebody off at some point. And it's also a Friday, and people do have plenty to say. So let's go to the text line 888-368-1580. Big George, he's here. Of course, he's here.
Hi, Big George.
Big George is always here. Although he says, yeah, hey, Bridgerton, decent show. My wife really likes it, so I watch it at wife point. I like the historical aspect of things, even though most of this is made up.
Big George, you just like to see boobs on TV.
Boobs. Lots of boobs. I haven't seen the show, but I've heard all about it. Bruno Baller says, tonight at 6. What are you doing, a promo for your own show?
What's going on?
Tonight at 6. Tonight at 6, I believe we have Grand Canyon versus Arizona in baseball. Yes, you are correct, sir. GCU is taking on Uchalupa in the baseball, and word on the street is it's available for you on ESPN Plus. So, sorry if you don't have the ESPN Plus. Don't know what to tell you. Mr. Wilbur says, I'm so glad that Monday is finally the month of June, and we can start talking exclusively about backup quarterbacks and stop talking about stupid baseball.
Ooh. Ooh, careful.
Wait, one
Careful
sport
there.
is currently in its season.
Ooh.
The other sport is in the off
Yeah.
season.
We will be talking some football. We talk football almost every day of the year, but no, there's plenty of baseball to talk about. And next Monday, it's going to be a week before we get our basketball back on again. But, there's other sports. Don't worry. We're fine. This show is absolutely immune to the effects of the summer doldrums. These, there's just, I don't know why. Everybody else gets all like, I'm going on vacation. And we're like, pansies. NFL Blitzer says Timberwolves should put Snoop Dogg on their lineup. 6 versus 5, but they'd still get blown out. I don't think I get you, but I don't think they'd
how
feel like he'd get hurt. He'd get hurt. He'd get in the way and get hurt.
Did you guys see the gray hair in his? Did you see the gray hair in his hair last night? Snoop's getting old.
Yeah.
D-O-double-G is getting old.
D-O-double-old.
I think that's a good thing, honestly.
It's not a good thing. Every time I turn around, people that are contemporaries or people that I used to watch when I was a kid, old. Stop showing me pictures of bands how they currently are on Spotify. I didn't need to see Tears for Fears look like that. I didn't need to see Dexy's Midnight Runners look like pensioners. I didn't need this. This doesn't make me feel better.
For
doesn't
me,
make me enjoy the music more.
It's
making me feel old.
Where I was coming from was more that there were a lot of rappers getting shot when I grew up. So the fact that we don't have that anymore, and Oh, look.
Snoop has been shot 38 times. Doesn't know it. He's so damn stoned. He just is like, it's all right.
All the time.
Snoop has not been in any place or position that he could get shot the last 20 years of his life.
It's called a couch.
It's called a couch in his mansion.
Yeah.
He's not in danger of getting shot, which I think is fine.
That hurt.
Donnie is on the text line. His last text was, I hope you guys don't have any dinner plans Saturday night. Well, turns out I do.
And I'll create some. It's okay.
It's all right, Donnie. You're going to be okay. The sun will come up tomorrow.
Today's text is Luka and Kyrie goes off for 72 points. That's why we lost. Simple as that. Ant will have his time on the big stage in the next couple of years. Not worried. He says, my team will be fine. The Suns, good luck. Hey, all I know is the Suns have been to the finals in the last 5 years. When's the last time the Minnesota Timberwolves were there? Oh, that's right. Never.
Just let that sink in for a second.
It's a very expensive mic, but I would have dropped it right there.
Yeah. You don't want to drop that. Although it would take the abuse.
Yeah, I don't want to dent it.
I know.
Wilbur says, I said basketball is stupid.
He said baseball.
Oh, did he say
Oh, that was me. I misread it. My glasses, remember? I think it's time to go up to a 2.0. I'm at a 1.75. Might be time for a 2.0.
Well, the basketball is stupid thing. My point still stands. One sport has a season still going. The other sport is still in its off
three
season.
sports.
Yeah.
Basketball's in their playoff. The hockey's in their playoffs, and baseball in their regular season. I mean,
so what
the heck, man.
Talk backup quarterbacks for.
Come on, Wilbur.
Moist one says, "Come on, Eileen." Okay, but we know.
That's see, because we know what you mean, and then you just don't like that. Just not a fan. Not a fan.
So let's see here. 8074, who once said that we're the best bad show on radio.
Which I'll take that compliment.
This is. Says you can take the girl out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the girl.
Is that a Snoop Dogg song? Is that why he's saying that?
I'm going to give this person the nickname of Ghetto Girl if they don't give themselves a extra nickname.
That's a good point.
Big George says, I'm like Switzerland. You mean in size? In mass?
In neutrality?
Volume?
In neutrality.
Elevation?
He says, I'm getting DMs from both sides of this whole Donnie Twitter fight. I just want everybody to get along. Also, did you guys secure rights to the GCU game? No. So we have the rights. We just we weren't able to. We don't create their broadcast; they create their broadcast, and for whatever reason, they weren't able to get that going, and that's cool. There's still a possibility we might do something later on with them, but so tonight, no, you're gonna have to watch that on the television. What to tell you on that. Moist one says, Mr. Wilbur, here's another song for you. Oh, don't encourage him.
Oh no.
Summer of '69.
Ooh.
No, that's a good point.
Nice.
Yeah, he's right. So Luka Doncic is back stage, I guess, what do you call it, in the locker room. And he's hanging out. Everybody's enjoying. Everybody's partying. Everybody's having some drinks, some beers. And I guess he's standing there next to his dad. He's got a beer in his hand, and the camera kind of swings over. And old Mavericks exec Michael Finley kind of walks over to him. It's like, hey, how are you doing? And he walks away. And all of a sudden, Luka's like, where's my beer? He just took my beer right out of my hand. He did it really smooth. Michael Finley used to play for the Suns. Now he's an executive for the Mavericks, but he's kind of walked over like, hey, how you doing? And just, whoop. I mean, it was one of the best steals of his entire career. And he had a lot of good steals in his day. But that he was just protecting Luka from himself. It's like, okay, the press is right there. They're going to start shooting video of you. Let's lose the beer. Or maybe there's some sponsorship deal that is involved with it.
That's true. That's
Dallas
true.
Mavericks do they got some beer sponsorships?
They might
be the wrong beer in his hand, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, Michael Finley with the steal of the night. I mean, go watch the video of that. I don't know if you saw it. He's just kind of like, hey guys, what's going on? Even Luka's just like, what? What just happened? He's just
absolutely
he wasn't even mad. He's just kind of impressed. Like, I had a beer. No, I don't have a beer. I didn't even know it. How did you? Are you a magician? That was awesome. Anyway, so much for the Western Conference Finals, and now the NBA Finals start next Thursday, right? Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Thursday? What
I
channel
believe it
that
is.
on?
Yeah, next Thursday.
ABC.
Oh, Jesus.
ABC.
It's just that means that inside the NBA is done for the year, and now you only get one more year of that unless somebody comes along and saves that show. At least, I mean, they'll continue. I'm sure they'll do inside the NBA somewhere, but the big question is, will Ernie, right? Everybody else would go. Everybody else would just like, see you later, TNT, and they go with wherever the show goes. But why is Ernie resisting? Why doesn't he go?
I hear that the guy with those really big ears in LA that used to be on the NFL Network. What's his name?
Siciliano. Andrew
who?
Siciliano.
Yeah, there. I hear he's. You could probably get him for a song.
Don't want that guy. We want Ernie.
he's a football guy, Siciliano. But like, I do think that
he is a football
Ernie,
guy, but
Ernie's a company man. You know, he's loyal to the people that gave him his break, and if they're going to continue to pay him, he'll work with them in whatever capacity they'll have him work, because I think he's just loyal to that company. They've
Ernie.
treated him well.
Yeah, but that's fine. But the show, you can't.
That's us thinking that, like, as people who love watching the show. But for Ernie, doing what feels right to him, being loyal probably is something he's putting above
Be loyal
that
to the
show.
Be loyal to the show.
But the show didn't give him that opportunity. The people did.
So
TBS, yeah.
So are you telling me if I pull this show up off this radio station and take it someplace else that you're going to stay behind because of how good Ron has been to you?
I've done it twice at a worse station.
We're going to miss you, Keon.
Sad to see you go, Keon.
But no, I well, because you hired me, so like that's a little bit of a different situation. But I do think that with Ernie, the people that hired him and gave him that shot, he appreciates that.
We're not leaving
like
the radio station, by the way. That was just a scenario. That was
just a joke. JOCK.
No, I wasn't really saying. Although
all the message boards are getting fired up.
I would here's what happens, Randy. We take our show someplace else. Keon's like, no, I'm loyal, I'm gonna stay. Then as we are pulling away in the moving van, all of a sudden Keon comes booking out the door. Wait. And of course we're gonna just keep it right at the speed where he can sort of keep up. We might stop. I don't know. And then just when Keon has given up, a ramp will drop down off the back of the truck, and he'll get up in there and he'll sit in his favorite chair, and we'll drive away. Except for we have no place to go. So
we're just driving away to do it.
Yeah, it was just like a little movie for your mind.
It's like a road trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but nobody wants us.
True story.
Like nobody wants this show. Hell, half the time I think that we are the reason Ron drinks. So
pretty sure, yeah.
It's more likely going to be like this. Keon's going to walk in one day and be like, "Oh, it's over. Okay." Who's my new co-host? Harry Soap says, so Keon would turn down ESPN? Oh my God. Do you really think ESPN wants this train wreck? You really think that's where we would end up?
Or any associated persons?
They do have Pat McAfee and Steve Levy on the network. So,
well, I don't mind the Pat McAfee. I think we fit along with that a little bit better. But Steve Levy, why did it just it's just why? That's all I got. Why Steve Levy?
Because he has a broadcaster voice, which helps you deceive people into thinking that you're good at it.
We're not fooled.
No, they are. The only people he has to fool are the people cutting him the check. And he's done it for a long time.
I think the only reason Steve Levy is there is because he keeps taking a cut in pay.
I had a friend that worked at ESPN as a writer for the website, but he was just like they cut all of our pay and the pay was still nice. So Steve Levy's going to be there for a little bit.
I was writing for a magazine, and they did that. They paid really nice. And then they were like, sorry, guys, we have to cut your pay. And I was just like, I'm still happy. I'm just writing these dumb stories. You keep printing them. I'm going to keep doing it. And then they kept getting greedier. And then it was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, they are going to reach a point where it's not worth the trouble. But the ESPN money, from what I hear from people who have worked there, it's so nice that even when they cut your salary, it's still nice.
Tia says, Keon Rosa de Guadalupe is leaving the show? Nobody's leaving the show.
That's a very old bad joke.
More likely, the show will leave us.
Yeah.
Random texter says, hey, Randy.
Hey, what?
Any early favorites for the Women's College World Series? Why do you think he's watching that?
I understand.
If it's on a TV, he might be like, oh, okay. But he's not following it.
The only person who is in any way affiliated with this station that is following that sport specifically, it's Neil.
Who's Neil?
Unsurprisingly, Ralph's co-host on Saturday morning.
Weird Warriors.
Neil is
deer in headlights. I call him deer in headlights.
So yeah, our prank idea one day is for Ralph to just not show up, and then we just have a picture of you on the wall. And just leave it up to Neil to have to say something and see how long it takes before he gets any words out.
Fifth letter says, serious? Fluff you guys if you leave the station. No, fluff you, fifth letter. You go fluff yourself. Oh, yeah, Randy, yesterday, here's the thing. We shouldn't do that because we thought, this is fun because then we might accidentally say the real word and then we're really being in trouble. So, I don't know. We're probably not going to do that, fifth letter.
Okay.
It was a lot of fluffing fun while we did it, though.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. Let's come back and talk about baseball since Mr. Wilbur hates it.
Wilbur.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-736-6158 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-736-6158. That's 800-736-6158. What do you have to lose? Call 800-736-6158. Again, 800-736-6158.
All right, so there we were, cruising through the new open-air zoo when I realized that the park was closing in like 15 minutes. That's when the afternoon took an exciting turn. Luckily, we were in my Nissan Rogue. With its powerful DC turbo engine, we had more than enough time to see all the animals. Whoa! And outrun a few!
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get the 2023 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines. Availability is limited. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Auto Pacific segmentation, excluding hybrids and electric vehicles. 2023 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city 34 highway to 30 city 37 highway for 2023 Nissan Rogue. As shown, Nissan Rogue Platinum all-wheel drive, 28 city 34 highway. Actual mileage may vary.
Mom, where are my keys?
Why do I have to take out the garbage? I'm too sick to go to school. Quit hogging the bathroom.
If you're having a hard time living with all the noise, it's even harder to live without it. Fake pills with fentanyl are the #1 killer of youth in Arizona. Learn how to talk to your kids at talknowaz.com. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Did you know Harman Solar has gone super high tech? There's an amazing tool at harmansolar.com that'll give you an instant ballpark solar estimate using satellites from space. You just type in a little information, and within seconds, you'll have an idea of just how little money it takes to save big on that monthly electric bill. I did it, and within seconds, they measured my roof and calculated my savings. It's very impressive. Go to harmansolar.com and give it a try yourself. That's harmansolar.com.
This is Brian Musburger. Don't miss Betting Across America, Saturdays at 11 a.m. right here on Arizona Sports Betting Station, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Today, Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Bear Claw says, your show is 100 times better than the morning show on ESPN. Damn, why we got to insult us like that? It's a very low number, Bear Claw. Dang, I guess.
That show on ESPN is very bad.
Bear Claw doesn't think much of us if he thinks we're only 100 times better.
I mean,
jeez.
Why do you got to be so mean, Bear Claw?
Figured, 1,000, 10,000 would have been nice, but no, 100
at least.
That just ruined my entire weekend right there.
I think we should just turn it over to network and just leave.
I think so. Maybe. I'll tell you what, if that didn't ruin my weekend, I'm sure the Diamondbacks are working on it.
Oh,
my God. That game starts here in about 30 minutes. The Mets and the Diamondbacks, once again, playing down to teams we should be beating. It didn't help that Zach Gallen got hurt on the first batter.
Yeah.
But I guess JD Martinez and Senior Lindor had themselves a day. Alonso jumped on that. And, Kettle Metal did his thing, but I don't know. Now they've got the Mets favored for today's game.
Yeah, and it's sad. We lost another top of rotation guy, and Zach Gallen, our stud. He's been sort of our driving force the last 2 or 3 seasons, and he's got looks like some sort of a hamstring issue, his right hamstring, which that's going to be difficult because that's his push-off leg, and you use that hamstring to really thrust your body forward. You're pushing off of the mound towards home plate with that right hamstring. So it's going to be difficult. You know what I say about hamstrings? They're extremely difficult to heal up, especially, in a season like this, and especially when you're in a position like a pitcher. But we'll have to wait and see how bad it is. I'm sure he's going to have an MRI to find out, how severe the hamstring is. Francisco Lindor finally started to hit the ball. How about the snowman? What do they call him there? Pete Alonso. They call him the snowman, I think, in New York. He came in, hit just laced a double down the line, and it looks like the Diamondbacks are going to be struggling. I still feel good about this team. I have not given up because remember, everybody, this is only tomorrow's June 1st. We've got a long way to go. We're talking between now and September, a lot can happen. And the Diamondbacks can recover. Look what happened to them last year. I mean, we all thought they were out of it, and they figured out a way to get into the wild card. Right now, they're I think it's 4 games out of the wild card in the standings. But it's a long season. I know Big George is probably he's probably losing his mind there and worrying about the Diamondbacks. Everybody relax. I think it's going to be okay. This is still a good team, still a lot of talent. We've just got to get some pitching to help.
Actually, Big George has been pretty chill on the Diamondbacks. I think he listened to me when I said, just like last season, we just got to take it a game at a time. It's entertainment value. You're hoping for them to win. It's okay if they lose. It's always the next game. And, let's worry about these things later in the season. And I think he's taken that to heart because I'm scrolling back on his texts. And other than Zach Gallen getting hurt and him saying, son of a bitch, outside of that, he's been chill.
Diamondbacks 3.5 games out of the wild card right now, and there's still a lot of ball to play. The thing that is really hurting us, like it is with a lot of teams, we just have to figure out how to shore up the injuries. I mean, with Zach Gallen now is going to be on probably the 15-day, if not the 30 or 60-day IL. Merrill Kelly, there's been no news about Merrill Kelly coming back yet. He's still on the 60-day. And then you've got Erod, who's never even pitched a day this season except for spring training. So the Diamondbacks are going to have to figure this out. Trade deadline is on its way. I'm sure that Mike Hazen will be looking at some options. We've got some trade stock. We've got some capital we can use to bring in some reliable arms. I just hope that the guys are going to be okay with that. This is a great chemistry on this team right now. A lot of youngsters on this team are playing well together. It's just a matter of getting the hits, timely hitting, and get back to what you were doing. Drive in the gaps. Don't try to hit home runs, and keep bases. Keep men on base and moving around. That's what the Diamondbacks need to do. Let their offense lead the way for right now, and hopefully this is where the offense has got to pick up the pitchers. So
888-368-1580. So, you're right. We'll just hope they don't tear up the team too much trying to fix problems, or they could still just try to get everybody healthy again. I think that's mission one is to get this team healthy again. Get Merrill Kelly back in the rotation, get him healthy, and let him go out there and pitch every fifth day. Get Zach Gallen back, get him in the rotation, get Erod in the rotation. And that's going to help out. I think this pitching staff is right now. This pitching staff is just they're tired, especially the bullpen. They're used quite a bit, and you've got to give some relief somewhere. You're going to have to bring guys up from the minors, or you're going to have to start making some trades and bring in some arms to help this pitching staff and to help your team stay relevant. Taco Kenny is on the text line. Says, "What the fluff you guys talking about leaving? You mother truckers? No, we're not leaving."
It's a joke, J-O-C-K joke.
Wash that mouth out. All right. So now we told you yesterday about how the SEC was saying, hey, I think maybe we better start doing injury reports, because the gamblers and everything. And now that these are professional athletes playing for the college, well, I think maybe we do owe them this, and the Big 12's already doing it. We should do that. So we talked about that yesterday. Well, now today, SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey, he's talking. It's like, I think we need to expand this NCAA tournament. So I knew. See, here's the thing. I knew the moment I said that out loud, an eye roll was coming from Keon.
Why?
Why? Here's what he says. When we assign 2 10 seeds to play each other, and then you have a North Carolina State that goes to the Final Four, we're taking 2 teams that could maybe make that same run and eliminating one of them up front rather than playing 15 and 16 seeds. That's what he said.
Sure. Or, and just hear me out on this, 68 teams is enough teams to figure out who the best teams are.
Is he talking about SEC?
He's talking about
playoffs.
He's talking about the NCAA tournament.
The tournament. Okay, all right.
I like. Who does this help? Like, yeah, you open up the chance for more Cinderellas. It's a one and done tournament. If a team gets hot and they can play and they've got the right matchups, they can go on a run. But I don't think expanding this tournament is going to create more great matchups. In the Elite Eight, in the Final Four, even in the Sweet 16, when that tournament really starts to get special and the teams that look like they might be Cinderellas actually prove it.
So, if he gets his way, how many teams then end up being?
I don't know. I've heard, as many as 74. I genuinely have no idea what the limit would be.
96,
because you could always make that argument. Like some Eventually, some low seed team is going to go on a run, and then some executive from some conference is going to think to themselves, well, if that team could do it, how come we couldn't expand the tournament some more? Like, we don't, are we going to have all, 140 whatever college basketball programs involved? Like, why? Why even have a season?
We get more time off during March Madness.
I mean,
I'm 100% for this.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
As for the game, for the time off, I'll be okay with that.
All right.
But for the game, I don't think it helps the game at all.
Oh, no, I think it helps the game greatly, don't you,
Helps
Jeff?
our game quite a bit,
Yeah.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, does this NCAA thing affect eligibility? Can you go pro and go back to college and get paid still? That's a good question. Maybe we'll talk about that when we come back. It's Daily Blender, 1580, The Fanatic.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WAVE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WAVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WAVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona. And they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy?
Totalmente.
Now you can get 50% off any unlimited data phone plan. That's one line for only $25 a month, and you keep the phone you love. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. So find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Offer ends July 31st, 2024. Promo subject to cancellation after 12 months. Available exclusively online and in Total by Verizon stores. Requires a compatible unlocked device and SIM. See totalbyverizon.com for device compatibility and additional details. Taxes and fees may apply.
Celebrating 30 years of AmeriCorps in Arizona looks like more than 27,000 members, 29 million hours served, nearly 75 million in scholarships, millions of lives changed. When you sign up for AmeriCorps in Arizona, you make a difference. Also, earn a living stipend, plus education scholarships. Join the movement by signing up at serve.az.gov. That's serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240 U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time. For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rhodes in the control room. You guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. As we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. All right, and so the next 2 hours, I got 4 pairs of tickets to see Paul Mercurio over at Rick Bronson's House of Comedy. And that is in Scottsdale, North Scottsdale. And for this weekend, there's 2 shows tonight. There's 2 shows tomorrow night. You can go whichever show you want. Tonight's are 7:30 and 9:45 p.m. Tomorrow's are 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. And it's up to you, but you got to let us know when you win the tickets. So I'm just saying, don't be indecisive because you have to choose now. You can't choose later. You have to choose now. So just be ready and listen for your cue to call in and win a pair of tickets. We had them on the show yesterday. It was very funny. We had a great time. Such a great time. I'm actually going to one of these shows. I'm going to go see the show myself. And I told him, I said, don't worry, I'm not going to heckle you as long as you kill. Yeah. I'm sure that gave him a moment of like, oh, God damn it.
I got to hear more of this guy again.
Lord. So how about now? How about right now? Caller 4 888-368-1580. Caller 4 will win a pair of tickets to see Paul Mercurio at Rick Bronson's House of Comedy. Your choice of times and nights. Simple as that. Let's just get a pair out of the way. Let's get this thing going. Randy, I know you weren't here, but you remember Paul Mercurio, right? He came and joined us a couple times.
Yeah, he was out with us, I think, at Dave and Buster's.
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
He wore the same shirt each and every time. I'm a little worried about it. But he's Emmy and Peabody Award-winning comedian. He works for Stephen Colbert over on The Late Show. He's been on HBO and Comedy Central, Tonight Show, and all that stuff. And he is here in our town this weekend. So by God, if you don't win tickets, be ready to go buy your own tickets. And they're not that expensive or nothing. So it's not like you're going to break the bank going to this show. az.houseofcomedy.net. But like I said, be listening for your chance to win these tickets here this afternoon, at least for the next 2 hours. 888-368-1580. So you remember Danica Patrick?
I do. I saw her last weekend. She was her and Tirico were on the Indianapolis 500 coverage.
Mm-hmm. You ever see that Formula One Drive to Survive show? Did you ever watch that?
No.
Oh. Well, somebody, I guess, I don't think ran out of things to talk about, but she was hanging around there, and she's just like, hey, I just want you to know, I don't think the moon landing happened.
What?
This is definitely one of the conspiracies, I believe. She put it on her Instagram. She's like, I don't care if you think I'm crazy. I already know I am. But she basically saying that they faked the moon landing.
Well, I'm glad she didn't say that around Buzz Aldrin. He'd bust her right in the chops.
Punch her right in there. Right.
Yep.
Ow.
Yep.
So how did her and Aaron Rodgers not work out?
Because that relationship, there was only room for one ego.
Right, but they're both on the same page, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're a bit out there. Yeah.
Man, so I just wanted to let you know that the moon landing did happen.
Yes.
In case you're worried it didn't, it did. In fact, the Institute of Physics released some information on that. With a powerful amateur telescope, you can see the Apollo landing sites because they left stuff behind. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's still a laser up there that is still beaming back to Earth.
No, there's like a little landing pads.
Well, I know there's I know there's landing pads. Yeah. Oh no, the rover is up there. There's several flags up there.
Ran out of gas. Yeah, they had to leave that.
Well, yeah, they had to leave that there. Yeah.
But so you can see all that stuff through just a basic, decent telescope. So you can't fake that. So Danica Patrick explains why she crashed so much. I think this really explains a lot. Or this is thoughts that have been created since she used to crash so much.
Maybe all the concussive forces causing this to happen later in life.
Could be. Anyway, so Danica Patrick does not believe the moon landing actually happened.
I wonder what else she doesn't believe.
Well, that's not shocking. She dated Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, is she trying to just get attention or something?
No. Stupid people that are famous have been, I think, more empowered than ever to be stupid in all of our faces. And Aaron Rodgers is doing it. Like, this is not just an attention thing. Like,
This is her running out of money and not having a PR person to stop her.
Is that what it is?
Yes. Nobody is saving her from herself. And that's happened to a lot of celebrities on social media. They're just like instant thought, click, click, click. And their PRs are like, oh, that's why stuff gets deleted. But the internet is forever, man.
I don't think she's running out of money, but regardless, yeah.
She's not running out of money. She has money.
Not anytime soon.
Why does she have so much money? Like she won anything?
She was paid very handsomely by her NASCAR teams. She's done a lot of commercial work. I remember the GoDaddy commercials. They paid her very well for that. And she also has she's got I think it's a fitness company, and she's got a clothing line that she designed herself, and I understand it's doing well.
Her net worth is 80 mil.
Just what you need for the angry woman in your life.
All right, well,
it's just...
she'd be a hell of a lot more angry if she didn't do all those workouts.
Moist One says she's trying to get Aaron Rodgers back. Duh, this is the way you do it.
No, they're
talk like an idiot.
They're two people who were dumb. That's why they dated each other. I don't think they're trying to get back together. I don't think she's trying to get him back. They are like minds.
That is scary. Anyway, so who won the tickets to see Paul Mercurio?
Baker's Cocky Hens.
Hey, all right.
Congratulations, Baker's Cocky Hens. And which show is he going to?
The Saturday 9:30.
Cool. Yeah, see, that's always a good one. You know why? Because Saturday at 9:30, all his F's are gone. You know what I'm saying? He has none left to give, and those are the shows where the craziest stuff happens. Those are the shows that turn into marathons, and everybody has a good time. So good for you, Baker's Cocky Hens. We got 3 more pairs of tickets to give away as the show progresses. So be listening for your chance to get to go see Paul Mercurio. Hefty Lefty says Paul McCartney's in town. Yes.
No.
Yes. And you just missed the last pair of tickets to see Paul McCartney, Hefty. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. I'll go along with it.
Just pay attention to the show. I don't have to do that to you. So Danica Patrick liked to crash a lot, and I guess so she's got $80 million to show for it. And you know, she seems like she'd be trouble. You know what I mean? She seems like in a relationship she'd be trouble. Well, I'll tell you what, this next gal makes her look docile.
Really? Okay.
Her name, Steffi Cohen. No relation to Radio Ron. But professional boxer and powerlifter Steffi Cohen was arrested earlier this week in Miami. She's got some issues.
Okay.
I'm just going to say, be glad you're not her ex, because here's what she did. By the way, if you don't know who she is, she's a 25-time world record powerlifter. And, she's had some professional boxing matches. She's 4-1-1 on that. And so she can fight, she can lift. She's not a woman to be trifled with. And so I guess her ex broke up with her fair and square. And I guess police found that this Steffi Cohen found out her ex, they broke up, found out her ex was in a relationship with this gal. And so she hacked into his laptop. How she did that, I don't know. But she hacked his laptop, found naked pictures of his girlfriend, and then poof, they all showed up online.
Oh boy.
Posted them all online. Here's what it was. She was able to guess his password. This guy must not be bright, because I guess it wasn't hard. So from there, she got a bunch of these naked pictures from his iCloud account, and then posted them on the internet without, of course, anybody's consent, to a group chat. And then everybody saw the naked pictures. And in one of the messages, Steffi Cohen says, I sent all these photos maliciously on purpose and with the intent to cause distress to... That was all legal speak for what she said, but I'm pretty sure she's like, bitch. Anyway, and so they came to arrest her. And when they came to arrest her, she did not go peacefully, according to the story. She's like, you're not going to cuff me. And she's like, so they fought, and then she jacked up a couple of these cops pretty good. Even after she got handcuffed, she's like, she right leg hooked a guy, pow, it swept him off his feet. She was
getting into the MMA there for a little bit.
Yeah, she was whooping some ass, actually.
I've seen her fight.
Well,
you do not want to fight that person.
She's crazy, not drunk. She will mess you up. And and then she, when they got her cuffed and in there, she started kicking the crap out of it, broke the door, kicked all this stuff. What kills me about this is she beat up cops on her way to jail, and there is still only a $3,300 bond.
Wow.
They actually let her go. She beat up cops, beat up a cop car, did all this stuff, and it's $3,000.
Wow.
Do not mess with Steffi Cohen. And also, she is out, so I don't post nothing on the internet.
And she's single, ready to mingle. Moist one.
Run for your life.
Would
even Moist one's like,
not wishing Steffi Cohen even on the Moist one. Like, here's the thing, Liz. I've seen some of her stuff before because I saw when she started boxing. I like the boxing, so I'm like, oh, cool. And then she had some good fitness tips and stuff. So I saw some of that pop up on the Instagram. So I was like, all right, cool. You can learn some stuff. And, she is a champion power lifter. So you can get some tips.
And all of a sudden, naked pictures of that girl showed up on your thing?
Well, no, it did. I didn't see the pictures or anything like that. But
your girlfriend sitting next to you? What the hell?
I just never imagined she was that crazy. She does not sound or come across that way.
Mm-hmm.
This is
remember the NASA astronaut gal who drove across country to confront some ex, and she was wearing diapers. So
she was wearing the space diapers. Yeah.
You just keep going.
Yep,
that's commitment. Nothing good, but it is a commitment of some kind.
Yeah. And listen, every now and then,
it's just
screw comes loose.
Yeah, I would not have guessed. When you said her name, I was like, that can't be the same person.
No, it's her.
Oh my God. I looked it up. It's definitely her. It's absolutely her.
Hefty Lefty says, was she mad the new girlfriend was hotter? She's probably just mad. And by mad in the English sense, like she's mad as a loon. She cray-cray. She's crazy. Wow.
I find it interesting that this also happened in Florida.
Miami specifically, which is, to be fair, a very Miami thing.
In the water.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, now it just seems normal. This just seems like it's like a normal story.
Once you put the context of Florida on top of that, it really does change the story a lot.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's Tuesday. Okay. Moist one says, I'd be honored to get choked out by her legs. Okay, I was wrong. I thought Moist one had more sense.
I thought even because she'll do it. Like, that'll be the last thing you ever feel.
Yeah.
This is how old I am. Because when Rough Rob says she's a walking DV case, I was actually thinking like a tape, like those little digital videotapes. He's like, what? How's that make sense? Oh, domestic violence case. Yeah, you are correct. And by the way, to her ex, hey, maybe more than 1, 2, 3, 4 is a password on your laptop.
Yeah,
or probably something that they both knew about.
Or like your cat's name.
Your cat's name or your favorite show.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to have to be more complicated than that.
It's like Captain Meow Meow was easy for her to guess.
Yeah.
It is embarrassing. Hey, let's do a little man talk real fast.
We should do that. Yeah.
I want to congratulate somebody. Well, see, here's the thing. First, I saw this world record, and at first I thought, if this is all we got, okay. There's this guy, this Indian, Hindi, from India. This guy broke his own Guinness World Record by typing the alphabet in 25.66 seconds with his nose, like a chicken. That's it. He had already had the record. Then he thought, no, I can do better. And then his name is Vinod Kumar Chowdhury. I don't know. 44 years old, and that now has made it harder for everyone else by booking the fastest time to type the alphabet with his nose. And yes, 25.66 seconds. It's like Usain Bolt running just a little faster.
Yeah.
Talk about hunt and peck.
I would never want to use his keyboard. Stuff falls out, if you know what I'm saying.
Why wouldn't you want to use it, Jeff? Go.
It's snot for me. Just snot. So no, but don't worry, that is not at all going to be the man of the day on this one. It's going to be this guy, school bus driver from Suffolk. How do you say Suffolk, Virginia?
I say Suffolk.
Suffolk,
yeah,
Suffolk, Virginia. Ulysses Whitfield. He's finally retiring. He's been shuttling screaming kids back and forth from school for 70 years. He is 85 years old, and when he started back in 1954, that was okay. They're like, "No, you're fine. We'll hire you." And he hasn't taken a full day off since like the mid 80s. He took a moment in the 80s, and he's finally retiring. And here is a picture of him right now. He looks pretty good for 85.
Oh yeah,
but he also looks like he ain't taking your crap.
No,
that man is tired of your crap already. He just met you, and he's just already over it.
He's already over it. His name is Ulysses. He's not taking anything. To be a person named Ulysses in 2024 means you have seen some things.
This man's got a name from the 1800s.
Yeah.
Look at that face, though. It's just like
a Civil War name.
I don't think he's ever talked to one child.
I don't think he's ever raised his voice, and those kids behave themselves.
Opens the door, closes it, drives it, just doesn't even care. They're screaming, hanging out the windows, and he's like, "Get out!" Doesn't care.
Yeah,
but good for him though. 70 years.
Yeah, man, good for him.
On the
good
job.
That's the man of the day right there.
So Iron Man. He's an Iron Man of bus driving. Of course, we all saw The Dumbest Guy, right? You've seen the video, right?
I don't know that I have. Give me hum a few bars.
All right. So here's what happens. That's right. Keep forgetting you jumped off of the socials. 44-year-old man in Michigan named Corey Harris. He was supposed to be in court, and they're like, "Yeah, you can attend virtually." So he's supposed to be there, and he'd been charged with driving with a suspended license. So that was back of October of last year. His license still suspended, but Corey shows up for the hearing on Zoom, and while he's on his way to a doctor's appointment and driving. So he's driving the car on Zoom in a call with the judge.
With the judge, yeah.
I sent you that audio, Keon. Did you? Because this is when Randy wasn't on the show. The judge is just. It's one of those things where
he's dumbfounded.
He's just like, what? And he's oblivious, right? He's like, oh, hold tight for a second. I got to park. He's just
hold on, I have to park. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I got going to the doctor's here. Hold on a second. Let me get into this space here. So the judge, just lost his mind when he saw this. Do we have the audio for this?
We do.
Here, take a listen, Randy. We just
give it 1 second.
I was gonna say we can't hear it.
It's kind of quiet.
It's getting there.
Mr. Harris, are you driving? Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office. Actually, I'm parking right now. This is a driver with a license suspended.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
As with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is turning himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Oh my God. What did you think was going to happen, Corey?
I think it was his attorney that was actually in court prepared to defend him. And and the judge goes, "I'm sorry, was he just driving?" And she goes, "Yes, Your Honor." The defeat.
Oh man.
She's hanging her head low. She just knows what was the point of any of this?
Yes. Your Honor, that is a green screen background. He uses it all the time.
We keep telling him to stop.
He's silly. Oh my,
he's silly.
I love that last part. Oh my God.
And
Corey, you're going to jail because you're dumb.
The look on his face. He just
It's
the face of a man who is only just now realizing that he ruined his whole life.
I wonder how long he'll be in there. I wonder if he still went into his doctor's appointment.
I think you might as well get a nice.
You better get as much care as you can now.
Get a
Is
physical before you go in there.
Does it say who the judge was? Because I watch a guy on YouTube all the time. He has all these great cases like this, and I love watching him because normally he's very even keel, and he's just kind of, and then he delivers like a death blow when this guy turns out to be an idiot. So I love this guy. Is it Judge Simpson or something? I forget his name, but
I don't have the judge's name on the story
Like
here.
it wasn't a show or anything. That was
no,
like
it's on. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
This guy's got
This guy's on
glasses
YouTube.
and.
Oh yeah.
Well, we got to see a lot of his teeth because he was kind of laughing.
Yeah,
he couldn't help it. He thought it was funny.
It's like the whole video is great because I don't think he realized what the guy was supposed to be in court for while he was driving. So he was like, "Oh yeah, hey, how are you doing? How you doing?" And then right when the guy says he parked is right when he first reads why he's here, and that is the worst way for your judge to find out.
Do you have so many different court cases that you forget which one it is? You know what I'm saying? Is that possibly?
Yeah, because you can see a lot of cases in a day.
It's Judge Cedric Simpson, Randy.
Yes, Judge Simpson. That's it.
Oh,
yeah,
so
I
it
watch
is
him all the
that's
time.
your man.
Oh my God, he is.
So maybe
is
you'll
great.
see this soon because
He is great.
I will email you the story so you can see that.
I love this guy.
All right, we're running late for a break. Let's do that. We'll come back. Remember, be listening for your chance to win tickets to go see Paul Mercurio's comedy at Rick Bronson's House of Comedy. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy?
Totalmente.
Now you can get 50% off any unlimited data phone plan. That's one line for only $25 a month, and you keep the phone you love. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. So find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Offer ends July 31st, 2024. Promo subject to cancellation after 12 months. Available exclusively online and in Total by Verizon stores. Requires a compatible unlocked device and SIM. See totalbyverizon.com for device compatibility and additional details. Taxes and fees may apply.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Did you know Harman Solar has gone super high tech? There's an amazing tool at harmansolar.com that'll give you an instant ballpark solar estimate using satellites from space. You just type in a little information, and within seconds, you'll have an idea of just how little money it takes to save big on that monthly electric bill. I did it, and within seconds, they measured my roof and calculated my savings. It's very impressive. Go to harmansolar.com and give it a try yourself. That's harmansolar.com.
Need parts fast? O'Reilly Auto Parts has fast. Need them now? We've got now. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. We're O'Reilly Fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Asher with Josh Garcia of the Miracle Mile Deli. Josh, I want to thank you and your family for making such a huge difference over the last 75 years in the restaurant business in Arizona.
Thank you, Mark. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve generations of families like yours in the Valley over the last 7 decades, and we are extremely grateful to be celebrating our 75th anniversary in 2024 with a variety of different specials. So come on down to our Phoenix location at 16th Street in Campbell with your family and friends and celebrate with us. For more information, visit miraclemiledeli.com.
We all know driving hammered gets you nailed, but did you also know driving high is a DUI? I'm Officer Badalucco with the Gilbert Police Department. Anything that impairs your driving makes you dangerous on the road. If you feel different, you drive different, and driving high is illegal. Be smart with marijuana use. Get the facts at drivinghighaz.com and spread the word with #HighDUI. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Hey, that's cool. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580. The Fanatic, Big George just filled me in that the Diamondbacks are up 3-0. 3-0 over the Mets. Nah, that's more like it. Let's see if they. Oh, it's the bottom of the first. All right, let's see if they can keep that going. It looks like Corbin Carroll got himself a hit, and they got. Yeah, I think he got put in. Yeah, that's it. All right, it's a nice way to start. We'll see what happens. George says, Jeffrey, you're a good friend. You know the sign of a good friend, Jeffrey? Someone who refuses free tickets for their friend's show and buys his tickets instead to support his friend. That is one hell of a friend. Man of the day right there. Well, I'm not going to take man of the day for that. And really, it's not me being a friend to Paul Mercurio as much as it's being a friend to the fourth dimension by not using tickets that are meant for the listeners. So I could have taken those tickets, but I'm not taking them. I want you guys to have them. So that's why we got 3 more pair to give away. Now, our friend Baker's Cocky Hen, he won the last pair of tickets. We'll see who wins the next pair of tickets. I guess we could do that right now if we wanted. Sure.
Why not?
Do we want to do that right now?
Why not?
How about caller 3? Caller 3 right now, 888-368-1580, wins a pair of tickets to see Paul Mercurio tonight at Rick Bronson's House of Comedy in North Scottsdale. You could, it could be tonight or tomorrow night. They got shows at 7:30, 9:45, 7 p.m., 9:30. Whatever show you want to go to, that's the one you get to go to. So call 888-368-1580 right now. Be caller number 3, 1, 2, 3, and you got yourself some tickets. All right. So, hey, Randy.
Yes.
How you feeling?
Okay.
Yeah. You know how Mother's Day moms get lots of good stuff, and
yes,
Father's Day we're kind of an afterthought.
Yes.
You might get a little you get a tie, you get a coffee mug. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get
right.
good stuff, but let's be honest, we get hosed. Well, I think that maybe now people should splurge a little more on the Father's Day gift.
On dads, okay.
Yes, because a new study found out there's a good chance you've been slowly killing us all these years.
Uh-oh.
The kids. Researchers at Northwestern University found that dads are at a higher risk for heart attack and poor cardiovascular health in general. They think it's because added stress and responsibility that comes with being a parent affords less time for healthy activities like exercise and eating right. So if your dad was young when you were born, you've done even more damage. Men who are under 25 when they have their first kid are at the highest risk. That's me. I was 23 when I had my first one. How old were you, Randy?
I was 21.
Holy God. So, but here's the good news. If our hearts survive the stress that these kids have put us under, well, that might actually be good because the study found that dads are more likely to die of heart issues, but less likely to die of any other issue. So kids are bad for our hearts, but later on, good for the other stuff. So they think it's because having a family means you got more social support. Your kids are kind of there to help take care of you. And these guys have not met my kids. I don't think I'm getting any help, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, So, Keon, I'm going to just shorten this for you. Don't have kids.
Oh, I didn't plan on it.
Okay. Yeah. Because this was just another story about how kids will kill you. That's all.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm avoiding all of that.
So who won the tickets this time?
Beer Bob, who
hey.
he called yesterday, but he was the first caller, not the fourth caller, and he missed his chance.
All right.
Called back today and got the tickets.
Good for him. What show is he going to?
He's going Saturday, 7:30.
Oh, okay. Well, Saturday at 7.
Oh, 7?
Yeah. Tonight is 7:30. Tomorrow is 7. Make sure I'll
go ahead and
let him know. If he's listening.
so he was actually right. He said 7, and I was like, no, it's 7:30 because for some reason I wrote down 7:30. So that's my fault, Beer Bob.
So he gets his wish. All right. Well, good for you, Beer Bob. Thanks, man. 888-368-1580. I'm going to the show. Don't know which. I'm not going to tell you, but I am going to go to one of the shows. And my wife is very, very happy to go. So yes, Beer Bob, 7 p.m. Gotcha. Hefty Lefty says, for my first Father's Day last year. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting you. You guys squirt the pup out. You went ahead and got yourself a kid. What do they say these days? What is the terminology now?
I don't think squirt the pup out is correct.
That's always been my term, but I realize that maybe that's not universal.
Yeah.
You know,
have a child. They gave birth to a child.
Mm-hmm. So your spawn,
okay, that's another good one.
That's another good one.
That takes me back to like Halo days when we used to play Halo.
Yeah.
It reminds me of teabagging. But Happy Lefty says, just like stop it. He says, for my first Father's Day last year, I got a pair of socks with a picture of my baby. Oh, that's awesome. Your baby daughter's face there. He said it was an incredible gift, to be honest. No, that's cool. That is cool as hell. I think it'd be great to have socks with a picture of me, like my face.
Yeah, heck yeah.
That'd be kind of I think everybody should have a pair of socks with me.
Oh, you better believe it.
My face on them.
Yeah.
Moist One says, I think Big George is the friendliest friend that a friend could have. Anyone would be proud to have a friend like him with the friendly friendship that he provides.
That was a very friendly text there.
We're all just sort of stepping back going, how is that dirty? Moist One's texts are always dirty.
There's you always second guess yourself. This is how the Moist One operates.
See, I think this is genuine, guys. I don't think there's a problem here.
He sends a few genuine texts in, and then you get lulled into a false sense of security, and then bam.
I had to read that slow to make sure I was kind of reading ahead.
Yeah,
say something nasty here? No.
I
think Big George is the friendliest friend that a friend could have. Anyone would be proud of a friend like him with the friendly friendship he provides.
And there you go. I find nothing wrong with that.
There's some dirty crap just about ready to come down, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, it's Moist One. Moist One.
Well, it is Friday.
It is Friday. Damn right it's Friday. I do have we're in the midst of man talk right now. We're going to get to football here in a second. This is a surprise. This one really, I guess I'm surprised, but I don't know. I mean, I know you guys got tattoos, right? Do you have a tattoo, Keon?
Yeah.
Randy, you got a tattoo?
No.
Okay.
I have scars, but I have no tattoos.
So, there's going to be an awful lot of soccer moms with tramp stamps in the sleeves that they're going to regret. I mean, they should regret that already.
Well, but they're going to regret it when they get older.
When you're young, the tramp stamp, you're like, oh, these flowers. And then later on, you're like, that woman has a hairy ass. What is that? But researchers in Sweden, they looked at 12,000 patients and found people with tattoos had a 21% higher risk for lymphoma, which is a type of blood cancer. They say the ink in the tattoos triggers an immune response, and some of it gets deposited into your lymph nodes. And they think the low-grade inflammation from it might be the cause of the cancer.
Wow. You say these researchers are in where? Sweden?
Sweden. Tattoos and all the cancers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't expect people to stop getting inked up. They just want to figure out how to make the inks safer. They're probably going to do some more studies to see if it's linked to other kinds of cancer. But they found the size of your tattoo, it might not even matter. People, the small ones, had the same increased risk as people with larger tattoos. Around 2% of all Americans are going to get lymphoma at some point in their life. The good news is it's really treatable if you catch it early. So always be looking for signs and, doing them wellness checks. Now if you got a tattoo, you definitely want to be in those screenings. You definitely want to get that done.
Yeah.
Especially if it's, preventable.
Yeah. I hope nobody's doing tramp stamps anymore. I hope nobody's doing those.
I don't think that's still a thing.
Is that still a thing? I don't think it is.
I don't know.
No.
I always wonder why they put a tattoo on their chest. Like, well, the men are looking at it going, why mess with a good thing? You know what I mean? That's just
your tattoos are for you, though.
For me?
No. Whoever has their
tattoos,
their tattoos are for themselves.
But why there? It's like you're obstructing a good view.
That's what I'm
Agreed.
saying. Yeah, you're
Agreed.
not going to worry about what men think. If you want the tattoo there, get it there.
It's like a bald guy standing right in front of you, and you're trying to see the Grand Canyon. You know, you're like, hey, could you move? That's distracting.
Or the Grand Tetons.
Yeah, so you're trying to check out some
more
Tetons.
appropriate. Yeah.
You don't want a
found that
guy
too.
standing in the way.
No.
But you're right, Keon. It's none of my business.
And I've never
That's
found
fine.
that to be an issue. So I don't know.
That's fine. He's just like, I'm just happy to see them.
Standing behind
they're-
a ball
they're
man,
nice.
Keon, or what?
Well,
What's not a problem?
I meant the tattoos, but
Oh, okay. All right. Very well.
So last thing for Man Talk. North Korea. I mean, I gotta say, this is pretty good. There's been reports that North Korea's nuclear program is actually becoming increasingly sophisticated, but I appreciate this latest battle tactic they're taking, but it's pretty much right out of the Daily Blender scrapbook. North Korea is now TPing South Korea. I'm not even kidding. South Korea has been noticing hundreds of balloons flying across the border. Not those high altitude Chinese balloons that came over our airspace, but these just massive helium balloons, and inside them, garbage. They're just sending garbage over. Bags filled with toilet paper.
I don't know why that's funny, but it is funny.
Dirty toilet paper, manure, soiled rags, scraps of plastic, batteries, random sheets of paper, other junk. The reason they're doing that is because South Korea used to send a bunch of propaganda their way, and so they got tired of it
and just sent literal garbage back.
They're like, well, you guys are going to send garbage here. We're going to send you real garbage. And I guess they're doing so much, it's just trash everywhere in South Korea. And of course, the South Korean government collects it all and analyzes it. I don't think there's a secret code here.
They're just sending you trash. Yeah.
It's middle school fun is what's happening. North Korea doesn't even we're doing it. They're not even shy. They're like, yeah, it's tit for tat action right there. And that's exactly the phrase they said. It's tit for tat. You guys send over your stupid propaganda leaflets and stuff and your USB sticks with South Korean news and TV dramas. We're just going to send you back some trash too. And they say it's our psychological warfare.
It's childish in a way that I think most war should be, because
I kind of appreciate
fewer people get hurt, and it's hilarious. It's almost like at the Chinese Indian border. I think that they're having some skirmishes there, and so the rules are no guns, just sticks and rocks.
Oh,
And
that's
so you got
awesome.
these two armies that are just with sticks and rocks, just trying to inconvenience each other in a bunch of different ways.
You can't shoot. Can you kill a guy with a stick and a rock? I mean, you can.
You
But
can.
I don't think there's probably a lot of fatalities.
There hardly any.
That's fun.
And so, like, you're going to this battle, but you're not in danger of actually dying, really. So
just either beating the stuffing out of somebody or getting the stuffing beat out of you.
Yeah, and then you go home and recover.
It's pinata time.
Wow.
So North Korean's younger sister, the Kim Jong Un's younger sister, Kim Yo Jong, who's a senior official, said, "Oh, these gifts of sincerity. That is what we're sending. There are all the people who cry for freedom of expression. Here's your expression right here." She's basically tugging at her crotch, going, "Here, I got your freedom of expression right here." She says, "We've done the same things they're doing. I don't know why they're making a big deal, like they've been hit by a shower of fire or something." Wait, is that the next thing? You have a shower of fire? Because, please don't. But anyway, so I just appreciate. Listen, you can appreciate the tactic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's totally
that's right out of the Daily Blender playbook right there.
That's the kind of thing we would send over a fence towards another radio station.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. And we'd just be giggling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, hey, if that's all they do, I'm good with that. 888-368-1580. Jeffrey, you remember the saying, says Bruno Baller, about sticks and stones can only break your bones. They can't kill you. They actually can.
They can. Someone throws a rock at you from a high enough place, you are dead. That will kill you.
Everybody's disagreeing with me on the tattoo thought process. Hey, listen, that's just my personal taste. I'm not saying if you like it, that's great. It's no big deal. He sent me a picture of a shirtless Geraldo Rivera with his tattoos. I wish you wouldn't send that.
All good.
Zay says, I disagree, Jeffrey. Chess pieces are amazing adornment to the body. Well, yeah. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know why you would. I don't know. They don't need anything extra. That's just my opinion. Listen, whatever she wants to do is none of my business. Ref Rob says North Korea got tired of all the K-drama and K-pop that kept coming over. I got to be honest. I don't know about these dramas, but the K-pop, it's like soiled toilet paper.
It's in everything. Like they'll play, random pop music at the gym or whatever. And on the days where I'm unfortunate enough to have forgotten my headphones, I'll just hear Korean pop stars just on a track.
How can you tell the difference? Do you know Korean?
Everything's in Korean.
Well, I know what Korean sounds like. I don't know.
Oh, so they are singing in Korean.
Sometimes they sing in English.
How do you know they're Korean if they're singing in English?
They got the music videos up on the screen.
Oh. Okay.
So sometimes it's Korean, sometimes it's English, but they got the music video up on the screen, and so it'll be so and so featuring some Korean pop band because I don't know what any of them are called.
Got it. All right. Well, again, I haven't seen any of the Game of Thrones, no Bridgerton, and I've never listened to Korean pop, so I feel like I'm winning. Yeah, I feel like I'm winning.
Yeah,
and that's another good reason to not work out.
I enjoyed the Game of Thrones though, so can't speak for the Bridgerton. I've never watched that one.
Boobs and dragons. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and I don't know, we'll do something. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
At Progressive, we know money can't buy you happiness, but money did help you buy an RV, which means an excuse from working Saturday with your insufferable coworker, Dave. So money is helping you listen to birds chirp instead of Dave chirping about how his toddler is fluent in 3 languages. And it's also why you'll be smelling pine trees in the air, not Dave's tuna melt reheating in a microwave. So save money by bundling your RV or boat insurance with home or auto from Progressive and buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Need a boost in capital or a flexible line of credit for your growing business? Hi, I'm Dylan Cohen at JR Capital. I can help you get the money you need fast. The process is a breeze with a simple application and same-day approvals. No more waiting, no more hassle. Just a straightforward path to securing the funds you need faster and easier than asking your banker. So call me, Dylan Cohen, at 602-834-7353. That's 602-834-7353. Or visit moneyradio.com and click on Finance with Dylan.
Volunteer now. Help vulnerable and oftentimes overlooked children in Arizona. Court-appointed special advocates, known as CASAs, are assigned to children as advocates during their experience in the foster care system. Volunteer now. You can change the life of a child for the better. Visit azcourts.gov/volunteer to learn about court-appointed special advocates. That's azcourts.gov/volunteer. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Supreme Court.
Attention business owners, do you need zero money down financing on new or used equipment? Meet Dylan Cohen at JR Capital, your gateway to equipment financing that breaks the mold. JR Capital offers zero money down financing options on both new and used equipment, vehicles, heavy machinery, and more. It's a game changer, giving you the power to enhance your operations without slowing you down or denting your cash flow. Need a boost in working capital or a flexible line of credit? Dylan can help your business get the cash flow it needs fast. The process is a breeze too, with a simple application and same-day approvals. No more waiting, no more hassle. Just a straightforward path to securing the funds you need faster and easier than asking your banker. Call Dylan Cohen at JR Capital today at 602-834-7353 or click on Finance with Dylan at moneyradio.com. Call Dylan Cohen 602-834-7353 and get the money you need for your business today.
Everybody's got a podcast these days. Comedy, politics, true crime, you name it. But how many actually teach you anything useful? Harman Solar has an entertaining podcast that is vital if you've been thinking about looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Ralph and Ben explore the intricacies of utilities, equipment, processes, and more. Their primary objective is to educate and empower you to make informed decisions on your solar journey. So increase your knowledge, not your bills. Go check it out right now. It's the Harman Solar Podcast at harmansolar.com.
Your home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Today's Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Lost Toby's on the text line says, all right, I finally picked up another fire stick. Oh, what do you want to know about it? I don't remember what I want to know about it. Oh, I don't remember. You'll have to tell me what I forgot.
I only vaguely remember the context too. I'm trying to recall. It's been long enough. It's been a couple weeks.
Lacrosse guy says the best team name I ever had was Men with Wood. He says Boobs and Dragons. That sounds like an epic name for a softball team. I don't think they'd let you get away with that. Feel like that's probably not going to be a thing right there. 888-368-1580. What do you say we talk about some football? We haven't
Let's
talked
talk
about football lately.
Well, are you talking like football, like European football, or
no?
Good old American football.
When have I ever?
Well, not in recent memory at all. No.
Of course, you've never pronounced it like that either. So
football.
I don't know, I was just feeling weird. I'm not trying to say it correctly for the Europeans.
It is Friday.
I don't think I will ever get into soccer because my little sister, she got into soccer, right? My little sister got in the soccer, and she's like, I'm an Arsenal fan. Okay, and so she's like, oh, I got to turn on this match, and she turns it on, and I'm just like,
See, soccer does not it does not appeal to my senses because there's too many guys running around kicking a ball, and there's not a whole lot of shots on goal. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I think you should reduce the amount of guys on the field instead of like 18 per side. Maybe you should have like 6 guys a side, and then you should just make the goals even bigger.
I think, it's 11, not 18, but also
it looks like there's like 33 people on the field.
Easy. Yeah.
I mean, if you add the officials and so on, I guess. But also, I think they should shrink the field. Like it's enormous. Like that's the reason why nobody ever gets shots on goal.
Another great idea, Keon. Another great idea.
I don't even think you need to reduce the number of people. You need to shrink the field.
Yeah.
It's enormous.
Yeah.
We're sitting there, and my little sister's watching, and she's look at that. Oh, I'm like, there's nothing happening. What do you see? There's nothing happening. And then for the longest time, I'm sitting there trying to be polite, and I'm like, wait a second, this is my little sister. I don't have to be polite. And I was like, this is the dumbest day. I'm just gonna go over here and make some toast. I tried, and it was just nothing happened.
It's just like back and forth. Yeah.
Nothing happened.
No.
You understand the intricacies, the strategies, and I'm seeing it. And then she started talking about, I wish these guys would do this. I wish those guys would do that. I said, I wish somebody'd score. It's been 83 minutes and nothing has happened.
That's another thing. As if the game's not long enough, they have like extra time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they don't actually stop the game when there are fouls and stuff like that. So then they add all that time to the end of the half.
Extra time.
So if I ever say football, I'm not meaning soccer. I am just saying football in a weird way.
I was just trying to be. I understand.
I'm
just trying to clarify there.
Just for our friends who speak Spanish.
That's what they call it. I mean, if you start going football to them, oh yeah, then they're going to start talking about football. I mean,
a bunch of soccer hooligans are going to show up.
Oh yeah.
I don't need the hooligans to show up again.
I heard that did not go well last time.
It was touch and go.
I was not here.
It was touch and go last time.
I've never apologized for anything I've ever said on the show that was a joke. But online, I mean, you don't hear what's jokes and what's not jokes. And when I joked about soccer on the Twitters, that pissed some people off. And I said, listen, guys, we were all just because I teased the soccer guys before and we all got along. It was fine. They took this one really serious and I had death threats. which I'm like, okay, one thing being Irish that I know, you don't mess with the hooligans.
No.
And so I came out and says, listen, I am sorry, you guys. These were just jokes. It was all meant nice. There's no ill will behind it. And then all of a sudden, they were my best friends. I got a bunch of people who probably still listen today. They were probably giving me death threats. So they realized, oh, he's just one of them guys. And so we all became pals. It was all fun. I think La Furia Roja was one of them. We had other people who've hung around since. But yeah, you don't mess with that crowd. But I still am not gonna change my opinion. I don't like soccer.
Oh yeah, you don't have to like it. I'm just saying when you say football, you might confuse some folks. That's all.
Yeah, they're easily confused then.
If you're pronouncing it the way that it's pronounced in their language,
Still, I don't know. Quesadilla. Oh, look, nobody's
Quesadilla.
Sure.
I did actually see a woman one time go to Taco Bell and order a quasi-dilla. And I was like, okay.
I like me a quasi-dilla.
Well, that about ended me that day. I was laughing so hard in the lobby.
I like a tostado. What? A tostado? You mean a tostada?
I once ordered
Don't get smart with me.
There's a place over here by the compound, and every once in a while, Miss Kim and I like to have a little breakfast from there. And so I went over to pick them up and walked in, and I know it's Asagio, but I said, I'll give me one of those Asiago, or give me one of those, whatever it was. I said it wrong. And the lady corrected me at the counter. Like, oh, you mean Asiago? Oh, yeah. Give me one of those. So
one of those too, actually.
I hate going in there now because she always gives me a funny look. Like
this uncultured swine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? You don't belong here, man. Send your wife.
Vente? No, give me a large. Just shut up. We don't have to. This is not IKEA. We don't have to make words up for things. Okay. Just give me a large.
It's not made up, but it's Italian. But we're not in Italy, are we?
Yeah.
We're in America. So you just go ahead and.
That's what I'd say to her. Prove it. Italian. Prove it. By the way, how Italian is Starbucks anyway?
In 0%. The names of
no way,
those, the
shape, or
sizes
form.
of those
Yeah.
drinks, and that's it.
Yeah. They got coffee. Do they have Italian soda? No. They got coffee. So don't come at me with an Italian name for your sizes.
They don't even make the macchiato like an actual macchiato. It's just a big sugary drink.
Yes.
Yep.
When I
It's
went to an
chocolate
actual
milk for
coffee
adults.
shop and ordered a real macchiato and got this black coffee in a tiny little cup, I was like, what is this? This is not the thing that they give me at Starbucks. And they were like, yeah, that's not a macchiato. This is a macchiato. Then I
If
just sit there and-
Starbucks comes at me with something Italian, I'll venti the hell out of them. I'll be happy to. But until then, don't correct me if I say I'd like a large.
Yeah, look, man, I if I ever order from there, and it's very, very rare that I will go into a Starbucks and order, but I go coffee, big. Okay, good.
Big.
Capiche? All right. Thank you.
What do they say? I want this to show up on a drug test. That's how strong I want this coffee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jonesy says, hey, if we're talking team names, my volleyball team name is Unprotected Sets.
That's good.
That's
good.
Right
Amazing.
Says
Yeah.
full team is UA alum. So, yeah, we're pretty good.
Mm.
Well, I guess it makes up for your lack of a GPA. U of A. Lost Toby says, was it meant to be read out loud? Oh, well, you got to start the text with, don't read this out loud, or I'll Ron Burgundy the hell out of this.
What?
Yeah, the text shows up and you start reading it.
That's what I do.
You've got to lead. If you don't want it said out loud, you do have to lead with that. So that at worst, the part that gets read out loud is that you don't want it read out loud.
Yeah.
And I read a lot of those. Don't read this out loud. Oh, okay. That's fine. 8074 says, the best team I had was Don't Ask. Thanks, Ghetto Girl.
I'm just gonna call him that until they get a texture nickname.
That's true. That's true. Say something, please.
What's up, Ghetto Girl? In the ghetto. Hey, so let's talk football. Oh God, the hour's over. Forget it.
Oh my gosh, the hour is over.
I was getting ready to. I can at least talk about that. The Bills have been doing some inventive stuff lately.
Inventive.
I think it was the Bills. Didn't they hire a referee? They hired a referee to be their referee liaison.
Yes.
Sort of like this guy can be the guy who talks to the referees instead of having a coach swear and spit all over
and get fined. And,
right. Now, this other guy's going to walk out and say, Carl, what the hell's going on out here? You know better than that. You know, they can talk to him on the same level. Well, the Bills have also, now they've decided to sign Olympic gold medal wrestler Gable Stevenson, and they're working out with him to be a defensive lineman, which makes sense. That the kind of the grappling moves, the way you shift your body, the way you try to push someone around.
Lower center of gravity. Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. I don't know, man. I get it. You're an Olympic wrestler, and this is experimental. I don't know if this guy makes the team.
He probably doesn't, to be honest. But it's interesting. And if it does work out, then you have somebody with a skill set nobody has.
And he probably could help show the other guys some moves, you know, to get somebody off their feet or let somebody kind of get by you in a different direction. And so it's not bad to be innovative. Okay. All right. 1 hour down. No, 2 hours. How many hours do we have left? Oh, God.
One.
This is 1 hour. Wait, full hour?
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy?
Totalmente.
Now you can get 50% off any unlimited data phone plan. That's one line for only $25 a month, and you keep the phone you love. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. So find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Offer ends July 31st, 2024. Promo subject to cancellation after 12 months. Available exclusively online and in Total by Verizon stores. Requires a compatible unlocked device and SIM. See totalbyverizon.com for device compatibility and additional details. Taxes and fees may apply.
All right, so there we were, cruising through the new open air zoo when I realized that the park was closing in like 15 minutes. That's when the afternoon took an exciting turn. Luckily, we were in my Nissan Rogue. With its powerful DC turbo engine, well, we had more than enough time to see all the animals. Whoa! And outrun a few.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get the 2023 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines. Availability is limited. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Auto Pacific segmentation, excluding hybrids and electric vehicles. 2023 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city, 34 highway to 30 city, 37 highway for 2023 Nissan Rogue. As shown, Nissan Rogue Platinum all-wheel drive, 28 city, 34 highway. Actual mileage may vary.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every basket, every game, every point, every play, from the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a three-pointer at the buzzer to tie the game, or a player goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342.
The Arizona primary election is on July 30th, 2024. Voting locations are open on Election Day from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. All qualified voters need to show ID. Still have your mail-in ballot? Return it at any voting location or secure election drop box. You can also check the status of your early ballot, see voting locations, and review accepted IDs by visiting arizona.vote. That's arizona.vote. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Secretary of State's office.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. Your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we're broadcasting live in the Herman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. So, all right. We've got 1 hour left before it's the weekend. I think the next time we get time off, I don't think that we get any time off until 4th of July. Is that right? Feel like we got to be here every damn day. I'm checking the calendar. Let's see here. All week next week. Let's see. All week the next week. Wait, do we get Flag Day off? I don't think we do.
No.
Juneteenth. I think that we talked about, like, Randy and I would work so Keon could have Juneteenth off. I think that'd be a nice thing. I don't know.
I mean, but I don't think that's not.
Does that make up for everything?
It doesn't. It doesn't really. But I think more to the point.
We're just trying.
I do not get paid days off.
Mm-hmm.
Taking Juneteenth off would be me not making money.
So here's what we do. Keon gets to come in, right? They will have Keon here, but we'll just have him read a magazine on the couch.
Just
there it is. Yeah.
He's on special assignment. Well, we should figure that out. Let's see. The next week, nope. All week. The next week, then that's it. Independence Day is the next day we get off. Nothing else in July. Nothing else in August.
September. Isn't there something in September?
We'll just get fired. Maybe we should work on getting suspended.
No, I believe football kicks off in September.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not the same.
Sort of.
It's shortened shows for a minute.
In October. November, I know we get Veterans Day, don't we? Is it Veterans Day in November?
That's a ways off, though.
I don't know if we get Veterans Day, but I know we get.
Well, we should.
We get Thanksgiving. You know that happens.
Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, and New Year's Day.
This is going to be a long stretch without any holidays.
We get my birthday off, right?
Yeah, I'm totally taking time off. That's going to happen. But I'm just saying, actual holidays,
right?
We're in a desert of holidays.
I comprehende. Comprehende-vous.
Ringless Joe says, Mavs or Celtics? How many games? Well, I'm just letting what happened sort of marinate before we start thinking Mavericks and Celtics and how many games. I don't know. I mean, Keon, do you feel like you've got a handle on that?
I genuinely don't, because I think that the Mavs are difficult to stop offensively, and they just knocked out the number one defense in the league. So I want to say how does anybody stop that team? But Boston scores just as easily, and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are an even scoring match for Luka and Kyrie. So you've got that too, and you've got, I think, two solid defenses, a lot of really good role players on both squads, deep benches for both teams, and I think Jason Kidd's shown himself to be a really solid coach, and Joe Mazzulla, he's been consistent since they hired him.
Yeah, I think
it's going to be a close one, but I know I felt that way about both of the conference finals, and the games were close, the series weren't. So
if you had to make a prediction, who are you going for? You have to.
If I have to, I'm thinking Boston.
I was going to say Celtics in 6.
Yeah, I don't like the Celtics a lot just for how their team is built, but they have the talent to get it done.
Yeah, listen, I'm only picking the Boston because of Luka's punchable face. That's it. Listen, I haven't forgotten.
I've got nothing on with either of those teams. I don't really like Luka, but
it was fun
watching
a good player. Karma do its business on Donnie. Now that's over, and Lucas still has a punchable face. So I'm rooting for the Celtics.
That's
also,
true. Yep.
because I feel like I need to because I'm Irish. I feel like that's my responsibility now.
Because you're Irish.
Yeah, I'm not the racist kind from Boston, but still, I just can't take the Mavs. We've been down that road with the Suns and the Mavericks. That don't feel right.
Yeah,
I could root on the Timberwolves before I could root on the Mavericks.
Well, here we are. You've got the Celtics to root for.
Which means the Mavericks will probably win.
I actually, this is one of those series I genuinely don't know.
I think we could get a handle on it in the first game. You get an idea.
Like once you see them play, you'll get a better idea for sure. Yeah.
I think Boston is going to be a hostile situation for Kyrie because he did not leave there. And then there was the issue when he was with Brooklyn, where he stomped on the logo, and you don't do that in Boston.
He stepped on the leprechaun. And,
he stepped on him and kind of wiped his shoes on him.
Yeah,
and nobody liked that, and so I think that's going to be a very hostile situation for Kyrie Irving.
You want to see Boston get really racist because it's about to happen.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Kyrie's going to hear some stuff, man.
I don't want that.
I don't think anybody wants that. It is happening.
Wasn't it in Boston where he flipped the double birds behind his head at the crowd right behind him?
He was,
that's when he was with Boston, right?
Yeah, when he was kind of on his way out and it just wasn't working. He just wasn't a good fit for that team.
And they were heckling him, man.
Yeah,
they were heckling him. Yeah,
this ought to be interesting. Who has a home court advantage?
It's Boston.
I think
they
Boston
have the best record in the league.
That'll be interesting. But that's next week, Realist Joe. We got so much time to think about that and worry about it. I bet Keon's going to play that over in his head 17 different kinds of times, and then he'll have another opinion before we get to Thursday, I bet. So we'll see.
I'll have an answer next week for sure.
Let's see. Beer Bob says Labor Day. That's in September, guys. Yeah, we know. Also, how do you not get paid days off, Keon? It's like Juneteenth was never created.
Well, I do get
a bit much.
I do get paid, so it's a little different. But I just don't get paid time off. So that's just what it is. Don't ask me why.
Don't ask me why.
Yeah, don't.
Crackalakin says Keon works Juneteenth, but to celebrate, only talk about black athletes. Well,
I mean,
there's a lot of good black athletes to talk about. I feel like we're already doing that.
There have been tougher challenges.
Yeah, I feel like we're already doing that quite a bit. And that's a good thing.
Did you guys? Okay, speaking of black athletes, did you guys talk about the MLB?
Yeah, of course we did.
Adding the all the stats from the Negro Leagues.
Yeah. Yes,
that's cool,
man. There you go. Finally,
bittersweet. It's bittersweet because it should have never been that way. It should have never been like that. And the fact it took some brave guys putting up with some, Boston-like racism on a near constant basis, not just from fans, but also from other players and managers who just said the worst things you could even imagine. That anybody had to go through that to get to the point where we are now was just atrocious. And so, it's a bittersweet thing because it should have never been that way. It should have always been like it is now. But, sometimes progress is quick, sometimes progress is slow, and we still have a long way to go. Look, you got people in the stands in Boston, but this happens all sorts of places. This happens in soccer all across the globe, in Europe, and places you think, they'd be a little ahead of the game, right? No. And of course, for them, they're just, I don't know. I don't know if they're evil. I don't know if they just find soccer more important than basic human decency. But there's a lot of racism still out there, not just in this country, but all over the place. And it's surprising. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I am. I keep thinking, we're getting there. And they're like, oh, no, we're not.
Yeah,
we really aren't.
I do think that
at least in America, we have a blend of people, and that helps. I mean, sure, I know plenty of people who lived in the South that lived in one tiny ass town and never left. But for the most part, a lot of people come across other cultures eventually, and a lot of European countries, they don't have that same blend. So then you've got these players that come in, and maybe they come from Africa and some of these other countries, and the way that they talk about some of those people, those migrants in particular, it's pretty gross. And then they turn that towards the players, and and because they don't have that same blend where they're encountering different people of different cultures for whatever reason, that lends itself to being able to look at somebody else and going, yeah, I don't have to see you as a person. I've never met you in any context that I've had to consider you as a person. Where America, we have to confront that. Like, we don't really have much of a choice.
Well, we got to fight it wherever we find it. You know? And
that's not giving them a pass. That's the explanation. Like the answer to that would be, hey, start blending. Stop trying to lock people out of whatever nation, and maybe let some culture flow through. Just saying.
That's where ignorance gets born. Crackalakin says, I was being sarcastic. Sheesh. Oh, no, listen, we're not mad at you. What we need to do is we need to lobby Congress or whoever's involved or in charge. We want Sarcastica. We want Sarcastica font to be like italics, and when you text, you hit the an S with a circle button, and everything you type is now in Sarcastica. That needs to be an option. And I think it should be the law. So many conflicts could be avoided if we had Sarcastica available to us.
If only you were emperor. If only.
Yeah, someday.
If only.
Let's see. Gamecock says, I've been to 20 countries. We are by far the least racist. Well, individual results may vary, Gamecock. You may experience a different version of the country. And also, make sure you've been to all areas of the country and where the racists tend to hang out.
You also have to have like just certain experiences, man. Like, there are places that do not appear racist, and they are absolutely racist. And unless you are living through that, there's no real way to explain it. But yeah, no, have I been to stores where people have just followed me around just to make sure I don't steal something? Sure.
Maybe they think you smell nice.
I mean, sure. That would be preferable. I would prefer that, but that doesn't appear to
Are
be
they doing this behind you
to be the case. No,
that'd be Joe Biden
or Moist One.
Could go either way, to be honest. Depends on if he's nearly 80 or not.
Earlier, Big Jake had texted in, and I was sort of like, whoa, where'd that come from? He says, hey, if you support Trump, whatever card you had is being pulled. I can't trust your judgment in any capacity. It's gotten that bad. If you seriously still think he should lead the free world, we're seriously aren't going to be friends, as I choose not to be associated with idiots. I'm like, so I just texted him, like, dude, who are you directing that at? And he's all, the world. Like, okay, man. He's I just drove past a bunch of people in the corner of Cave Creek supporting Trump with flags and signs. It's just it's like, that's not us, man.
Yeah, look,
that's not us.
We're trying to keep it light over here.
So like, where did that come from?
We dip our toe in serious issues, but we step back out very quickly.
Listen, let me just make it clear for you. Here's your political thing for the day, if this makes y'all happy. Biden is a historic liar. He has been caught in so many lies, and we're supposed to pretend like it's not happening when he's president.
And plagiarized like two or three entire speeches in his career.
and who he used to choose for the racist side of the issues where he lived, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I ain't got no love for Biden, but Trump, I don't got to tell you nothing. There is nothing I got to tell you. If you support him or don't support him, I don't have to even say a word. You know what I'm saying? So I you know what I wish? I wish we had somebody better.
I wish we had different options.
You should vote for me. Make me your emperor. And I you know who I am, and I'll sort this out. I ain't Democrat, I ain't Republican. I'll tell you what I would be, honest. And I would get some crap done. I ain't looking out for me. I'm not trying to sniff you. I ain't trying to grab you by the anything. I'm not trying. just let me take care of this. I promise good results. Okay, so that's as political as we need to get here. But yeah, Big Jake was like losing his mind on the text line. I'm like, what did I say? I couldn't figure out what he was
it's like,
talking
wait,
about.
did we bring up Trump? I couldn't recall.
Gamecock says, at this point, I'd vote for anyone under 65. Well, that's me.
There it is.
Oily Stool says, Keon.
Oily Stool.
Shouldn't you make sure not to steal anything, no matter what?
Yeah, I don't steal. That's why it was racist that they followed me and thought I was going to steal in the store. I wasn't stealing.
Oily Stool, are you assuming when Keon goes into a store?
That
We're learning something about the Canadians now.
Yeah, I was not stealing. That's the problem.
Noah says, any chance you guys down there in America is there any chance
Yes.
you guys in America can just elect our leader, Justin Trudeau? Our master plan is coming together soon.
Yeah, I'm not really thrilled about him either. So
yeah, I don't.
Thank you. You can keep old Justin.
Yeah,
is he better than what we've got? Debatable. You can keep him though. You can go ahead and nap. That's.
I think we were supposed to talk about football now.
We were
trying.
Thanks, Big Jake, for derailing us.
I just loved how upset Jake was.
Oh no, I think Big Jake gets angrier faster than I do. That's
so I drive
he's
down the
breaking
road,
all my records.
and I see anybody protesting anyone. All I can think is, how did you get off work? How did you get the day off for this? You know, I'm trying to get to work. I'm trying to go lunch. You guys are. It's hot out there too. You're gonna yell and scream and protest something outside. Man, wait till like this fall. Don't do it in the heat. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So speaking of foreigners and stuff, the mayor of London says, we'd really like to get a Super Bowl here. Excuse me? No, bad dog. No, get down. No. Can you believe these people? They want the Super Bowl now in London. Ain't gonna happen.
No.
Sure. Why not?
No.
Somebody did a
Because
poll
we'll
on
have to
this.
watch the Super Bowl at 7 a.m. No.
There was a Twitter poll that had 3 options. Hey, Super Bowl in London. Love it, hate it, don't care. 73.6% hate it. I was surprised that number was so low. 7.5% said love it.
They're from London.
So that means like 18 or 19% were like, I don't care. I mean, we'd watch it anyways. Let's be honest. We would watch it.
We'd watch it, but it would be a terrible day because you do all the Super Bowl first and then you just have the rest of the day.
We'd have to wake
out
up at 6 a.m. to see this thing.
Yeah, no. It's our game. It's our sport. We invented it. Let's inconvenience everybody else in the world if they have to watch it. Why are we inconveniencing ourselves?
So do you think Goodell he gets his house firebombed if he makes the arrangements to make that happen?
He thinks he gets booed now.
He'll never be forgiven. And he shouldn't be. You can't have the Super Bowl in London. They're not the time zone alone is enough of a reason to never have it in London. I'm not waking up at 7 to watch the damn Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, if they
I'll listen to it in bed from this station like I do every other London game.
If they start the Super Bowl at like 8 p.m. there, what time is it here? You should look this up. If it's 8 p.m. in London, what time is it here? Because I can't see you starting it at 9 p.m. So I think 8 is the latest you could start a game in London. And then so that would put our maybe it would be on at the right time. I think at that point it might. Well, at least here for us, because we usually hear what time that starts about 3 or 4 p.m. our time.
Yeah, it's about noon.
Our time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could live with that. I mean, it's still a little early because you want to have snacks, you want to do a bunch of stuff. Then there are all the pregame. So yeah, that's still for for Phoenix time, or was that for Eastern time?
For Phoenix time.
Noon. Ooh, it's a little bit.
So you could probably be fine if you're an East Coaster.
Yeah, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no on that. What do you say, Randy?
No.
Yeah. Suffering A's fan says it'd be the world's easiest debate this year. Every rebuttal would just be, hi, my two opponents are convicted felon and a pervy old man. Oh, yeah, I would kill in that debate. I would just wipe the floor of them.
Both lie a lot.
Write me in. I've got this. I've got this. What I'm wearing right now is what I'm going to show up at the debate. A t-shirt and a hat and shorts. All right, guys, listen up. Everybody's going to be like, oh, my God. Landslide. Reagan type numbers. That's what I'll get.
Reagan type numbers.
Hell yeah. If you let me in the debate, guarantee it. Guarantee it. Guarantee an election day, I'm gonna walk around in a robe, and it's just I'm gonna win
and a Burger King crown.
Yeah, no, only if I win. Yeah, I'll put it on. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jeffrey O'Brien, brought to you by Burger King, just like in the movie Idiocracy. I'm President Jeffrey O'Brien, brought to you by Burger King. How are you? And I have to always say that every time I say my name. Jeffrey O'Brien, brought to you by Burger King.
I mean, they better give you some free Whoppers for that.
I'm not doing it if they don't pay me.
That's
as your president, I'm just up front. I can be bought, but it'll be by stuff you like too. So it'll be all right. Nobody's going to get upset. It's not going to be pharma. It's not going to be big oil. It's going to be fast food. I mean, listen, and it's not going to be a lot. I just think free food. Just for some free burgers. That's it. People are gonna be like, good for you, man. You got your burger going. Right?
Will probably be the least corrupt thing that's ever happened in the Oval Office.
I'm gonna tell you in my debate. I said, listen, there's gonna be one thing I'm gonna do that maybe you shouldn't do. I'm gonna get me some Burger King. Anybody need some? Who wants some Burger King? If you're with me, get the app, free Burger King. I'm buying your vote for a Whopper with cheese and some fries. You know what? To hell with it. It can be the mozzarella cheese fries. Bam! President right there.
Well played.
See now, of course, I've got opponents. Big Jake says Burger King's probably the worst fast food burger there is. Oh, geez, here we go.
It's not my favorite, but I don't really care enough.
It's free. You're eating the hell out of it.
Oh yeah, no, if it's free, that's fine.
That's the best burger. Free.
The one you don't pay for.
All right, we got to take a break. Gamecock, though, he says, man, that'd be a great Super Bowl to go to, though, in London.
Oh, London, though? London's a nice city, man.
Yeah, it might be fun, but I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for Super Bowl tickets as they are. My wife is like, we got to go at least once in our life. I'm like, no.
The Super Bowl was here, and we didn't go.
Right. Listen, yeah. Here's what it is. If you don't mind not retiring, we'll go to a Super Bowl.
We'll go to one single Super Bowl. Those old guys that never miss a Super Bowl, how are they affording this?
They are very rich people.
Because
gotta be. Yeah.
Just goes up every year and they just keep going to Super Bowls.
Yeah. Gamecock says great public transportation, cheap beer. Yeah, I just do the same at my house, I guess. Nurse Scratchit says, so I heard Arizona has a new arena football team. Well, if it makes it into the next year, yes.
If the league survives, then yeah, we do.
Oh, no. See, yeah, you're getting it wrong, Nurse Scratchit. The Tucson Sugar Skulls, that's the in the other thing.
The IFL, the indoor
that's something league. Else. But no, the Arizona Bandits will be taking the field next season. That's what we know. Nurse Scratchit says that she does want me for president. No, I don't want to be president.
Yeah,
I want to be emperor.
Emperor. Yeah,
get a lot more done.
Right.
Yep. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk more football. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The NBA Finals are now set with the Dallas Mavericks eliminating the Minnesota Timberwolves in 5 games on Thursday night. And now we'll head to Boston for Game 1 on Thursday, June 6th. The Celtics in their 23rd NBA Finals, and Dallas is in their 3rd. The Celtics are an early 6.5-point favorite for Game number 1, minus 255 on the money line. The Mavericks plus 210. The over-under for Game 1 at 214.5. Overall, the Celtics are minus 220 to claim this year's championship, while the Mavericks are plus 184. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-306-8158 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-306-8158. That's 800-306-8158. What do you have to lose? Call 800-306-8158. Again, 800-306-8158.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher, and I am with the one and only Josh Garcia with the Miracle Mile Deli, who are celebrating something that's pretty unique. 75 years in business. Hi, Josh.
Hi, Mark. Thank you. The Miracle Mile family would like to thank you and the hundreds of thousands of people that have visited Miracle Mile Deli since our family restaurant started here in the Valley in 1949. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve generations of families across the Valley over the last 7 decades. We are extremely grateful to be celebrating our 75th anniversary in 2024. We cordially invite you to visit our Phoenix location on 16th Street in Campbell to celebrate our 75th anniversary throughout the year. We consider ourselves so lucky to be able to be a part of the Valley community and know that we wouldn't be here without our loyal Miracle Mile patrons and team members. So from our family to yours, thank you for allowing us to serve you over the last 75 years. And we look forward to continuing the Miracle Mile tradition with you for many more years to come. For more information, visit miraclemiledeli.com.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy?
Totalmente.
Now you can get 50% off any unlimited data phone plan. That's one line for only $25 a month, and you keep the phone you love. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. So find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Offer ends July 31st, 2024. Promo subject to cancellation after 12 months. Available exclusively online and in Total by Verizon stores. Requires a compatible unlocked device and SIM. See totalbyverizon.com for device compatibility and additional details. Taxes and fees may apply.
Hi, I'm Ralph Romano.
And I'm Neil Lynch.
And we're the Weekend Warriors.
Ralph, I think we should change the name of our show.
To what?
Let's call it 30 Years Sports Talk Interview Fun Time.
What kind of name is that?
Well, we've been friends for over 30 years.
Yeah.
We talk about sports.
Sure.
We interview personalities from the Arizona sports scene.
Okay.
And we have fun.
Dude, are you done?
For now, yes.
Look, Neil, all this is true, but let's just stick to our regular name.
Okay, Ralph, but I think my name is better.
Anyways, it's the Weekend Warriors every Saturday at 10 a.m. right here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Jamie Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So the Bears are going to be on the Hard Knocks. At least training camp is going to be featured. All right, what did they do in the draft again? Who'd they get? Caleb Williams?
Got this no-name kid out of USC.
Only the number 1 pick of the draft.
That'll be interesting. You think he'll cry? I mean, because he like
Probably.
It's
Oh, yeah.
kind of it's his thing.
Oh, he's definitely going to cry.
I don't think he's going to cry.
He's going to go all
Training
Russ
camp.
Wilson on him. Oh, yeah.
Both of those were after actual games. I don't think he'll be crying in actual training camp.
No, I think he will. He probably will. Yeah. See, that real, that what do you call that? The ugly crying.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing it. Oh my God, with the slobber, the snot's coming out of it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what he's going to be doing.
Hey, at least he covered his face. I'll give him credit for that. He's like, I don't want anybody to see this. Look, like that. At least he did that.
At least?
Yeah, at least. I mean, not crying would have been a good way, but okay. So yeah, we get the Bears. I like this because then you get to see something you haven't seen. You know, the Broncos and the Saints were the other two teams, and I think the Bears are more interesting. I think what they have is going on is more interesting. You know, they have some new pieces. It'll be interesting to see how Caleb Williams does and just what the changes are. So, you gonna watch?
Yeah, I mean, I watch every year though, so there are always little things that you can kind of pick up that I like. You know, just little things about how the assistant coaches operate, or how a coach tries to start a season setting a new culture. Doesn't always work, and even that's interesting to see, because when you see what the coach intended, like last year with the Jets, and you had Robert Saleh, and he was trying to preach toughness and all of this other stuff, and then Aaron Rodgers goes down seconds into the season, you could just see how everything he tried to build just kind of deflated right there. So I always find it interesting, so I'll watch probably.
Did you watch when the Colts were on?
I did, yeah. That was the in-season one, but yeah.
Here's what I came away with watching that the Colts when they were on there. No amount of praying. That's pretty much the only thing
when you're bad, you're bad, and God is not stepping in to intervene for you. Get better at football.
Yeah,
that's a nice thought, Frank. But
when you're hot though.
It's better to be good though.
So I don't know why they're asking John Harbaugh now about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I don't know why. I mean, these reporters are asking during OTAs and during practices and stuff. It's like just dumb questions.
You think there's been a memo circulated by Roger Goodell in the NFL office?
Bring up Taylor. All you
talk about her because she's a big name.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they kind of sculpted the schedule around her, but I guess they were talking to John Harbaugh and I thought it was Jim Harbaugh. Oh, Jesus. These Harbaughs are hard to keep track of.
Well, there's John.
They look,
and then there's Jim.
When it was Jim, I was just like, stupid. Now I know it's John. I'm like, oh, your respect for him. But here's what he said. This actually, I was going to give Jim Harbaugh, Jim Jerkface Harbaugh, some credit, because this is actually pretty smart. But now it makes sense that it was John.
It would have made more sense to ask Jim. Jim's in the division with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
It just
he just got there though. So
still.
So John Harbaugh, they're like, hey, what do you think of that? What do you think of that Taylor Swift Travis Kelce thing? He's like, oh, I hope they get married. He says, I hope they get married and they have a bunch of kids. Heck, maybe he'll be ready to retire pretty soon. Pursue that part of his life. I would encourage that. Basically, he wants Travis Kelce the hell out of football.
Oh yeah, sure.
Especially after what happened last year. So he's like, I'm not really a Taylor Swift fan. I really don't know enough for her songs. And he says, but my daughters, I've heard a couple of the songs because my daughters are listening. And he's like, hey, she's really good. He goes, it's sick how talented she is.
It's sick.
I think he's trying to be hip. I hear my son go, oh, that's sick. I'm like, what? That's a dumb term.
Either that or he's just been in Baltimore too long. They do say that.
No, yeah, you're probably right. So anyways, that's a good thing. I don't know that Travis Kelce, he's going to retire when he's going to retire. I don't think he's going to do it for Taylor Swift. I don't think that's going to be a thing.
No, I don't think he will.
He needs to make as much money as he can because of Taylor Swift.
I'll be honest with you. If they win the Super Bowl again this year, I think he goes on. I think he retires.
Maybe. I mean, that's always a good place to.
If you go back to back,
yeah,
that's the triple,
man.
And
that gets you to four in your career. But you go back to back, which
it'd be back to back to back, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's right. The
three backs. The beast with three backs. That's what they call it.
Sorry, the three-peat. The three-peats never happened.
You can't say that. If you say that, you could be sued. Yeah, what's his name? They're in Orlando. Is it? He's in. No, he's not in Orlando. The Miami Heat. The head coach there. He owns that. You can't say three-peat. And not the head coach.
Eric Spoelstra?
No, not the head coach.
I can say whatever I want to say.
Riley?
Pat Riley owns that. He trademarked it. Three-peat. That belongs to him. You can't say that.
He'll never take me alive. The Tom says, forget
I don't think
Taylor
if you-
Swift. Let's talk about that horrible Giants player auto-tuned ear torture. Yeah, we played that yesterday, and that's why you're the only one listening today, Tom. You're the only listener we have right now.
That song is so bad. I haven't
haunting you.
I haven't forgotten how bad it is. The thing is, I've forgotten the song. I actually don't know how it goes. It doesn't really have a tune, so that's part of it. It's just Darren Waller and his aggressively bad auto-tune singing, rapping.
You want to see something worse?
Bad.
There is something worse. Have you checked the score of the Diamondbacks game? It is now 8-4 Mets. Started off in the first inning, Arizona looking good, and then after the first inning, Arizona looking bad because Mets put up 4. The next inning they put up 1. Then Arizona put up 1, and now they put up 3 in the 4th. This game is a mess.
Yeah,
and I'm just click. I don't want to know anymore. Not
Game's
looking.
not over.
I'm
Game is
out.
not over. Just keep that in mind. Game is not over.
I know it's not over, but I'm not looking. I ain't looking. So, all right, we don't want to talk about Taylor Swift. We don't want to talk about Darren Waller's horrible song.
Please.
And I'll be honest, I don't want to talk about this.
It barely qualifies.
They're still talking about how the Commandos might change their name.
Yeah.
Really? Again?
Just every time somebody says something, it gets overanalyzed from 13 different angles. I do think that they're open to doing it. Because Dan Snyder only changed the name in the first place to get the NFL off of his back. And then they changed the name again because Dan Snyder wanted to control that too. And nobody liked it. The Commanders' name is like they were trying to do a fan vote thing, but then they just ignored what the fans wanted and chose Commanders. And so here we are. So they might change it again. Yeah.
Which, by the way, you know, I know that the Harris family, it wasn't their fault, but it's brilliant if they do. Here's why. He owns the Commandos. Anything marketed or marketable, he's making money on. And you got all this Commandos gear. You've got all that Commandos gear. All that Redskins gear. You got that Redskins gear. All the football team gear. You got that gear. They do it again. More money. It's just, you know, I mean, for them, yeah, it might be good to. That's why they're kind of milking this. They're like, maybe not right now, but we're leaving the door open. Of course you are. Of course you are. Because, and you will do it. They will. The Commanders are going to change their name within the next couple of years. How they do it, what it's going to be, no idea. But they're gonna, because Keon will buy the next jersey. He will buy the next t-shirt.
or shirt or hoodie
Guaranteed.
or whatever, because I've bought them all.
And so will a bunch of other fans.
It's just, I think that because that team has been bad for so long, I don't think people realize how rabid the fan base is. And now that they have a shot at being not the worst team in the league every year, like, yeah, you're gonna shell out some coins, man, and they know it. They know it.
And here's the thing: let me just tell you, your old gear, it doesn't make it worth more. Because remember they had the upside down stamp with the plane on it. The plane was upside down, and that thing is worth millions. It's like the Washington Commanders. Well, first it was Redskins, and they changed their name. There's your first upside down stamp. And everybody's like, "Ooh, I got my Redskins stuff. Oh, that's going to be worth something someday." And then they changed their name to the Commanders, and well, now you got 2 upside down stamps. They're not worth as much.
Well, football team, and now you've changed it to Commanders. You're going to end up with 3 upside down stamps by the time that happens.
None of them are upside down anymore. It's just like
I'm going to wear all of it. The original team name, I don't wear like outside the house, but all the other ones I do. Yeah, still wear the football team hoodie. It's nice.
Oh crap! We got 2 pairs of tickets we still got to give away, and we're running out of show.
Hey, Jeffrey, we got to give away a couple of pairs of tickets.
Thank God for you, Randy, because I almost forgot.
Yep.
Let's do a pair right now while we're in break. How's this? Caller number 3 right now, 888-368-1580. Paul Mercurio, a very funny comic who was on the show yesterday. He's at the House of Comedy. That's right. Rick Bronson's House of Comedy in North Scottsdale. And you can have ticket times for tonight or for tomorrow. Keon will help you out with that if you win. Caller number 3 at 888-368-1580. 1580, and you got yourself a pair of tickets. So call now. But right now, it's time for a break. We'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy?
Totalmente.
Now you can get 50% off any unlimited data phone plan. That's one line for only $25 a month, and you keep the phone you love. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. So find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Offer ends July 31st, 2024. Promo subject to cancellation after 12 months. Available exclusively online and in Total by Verizon stores. Requires a compatible unlocked device and SIM. See totalbyverizon.com for device compatibility and additional details. Taxes and fees may apply.
Before you fly, take a trip to your local MVD office or authorized third-party provider with your required documents and get the new AZ Travel ID with the Gold Star for your new driver's license or ID. Starting May 2025, this new AZ Travel ID gets you through TSA security checkpoints. It's quick and easy. Think of it as your license to fly. Learn how to get your new ID at aztravelid.com. Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Going to college and not acquiring debt is possible with the help of the U.S. Army. You'll be able to choose the career you want and receive help to pay for your full tuition. There are also reimbursements for student loans and GI Bill benefits. In the U.S. Army, your mission will be to learn. Learn how you can be all you can be at goarmy.com/AIA Sports. That's goarmy.com/AIA Sports.
If you're rolling over your 401k to an IRA soon, but not sure if you want to go all in on this crazy market, here's what many retiring professionals are doing. How about a safe and secure IRA offering a contractually guaranteed 10% income bonus that grows 7% annually guaranteed? Your income can double in 10 years. Meanwhile, neither your principal nor your retirement income is ever subjected to a market downturn. Even if the market crashes by 50%, you get the 10% bonus. Your income keeps growing at 7%, and your principal may grow without losses uncapped. You go up with the index, never down, forward, never back. Get a 10% income bonus with a 7% contractually guaranteed growth rate. I compare over 1,200 annuities with a fiduciary duty and can help you retire and stay retired.
Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so compare with leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now. Visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
If you hit, pass it, dunk it, shoot it, check it, throw it, putt it, or block it, then we're gonna talk about it. I like that. I just thought I'd clear that up. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. We got a winner there for our Paul Mercurio tickets.
Was Kringleberry.
Kringleberry, congratulations. All right, good job. Now, I hate to do this to you again, Keon, but we still have one pair left to give away. Should we do it on the text line?
I mean,
we can try it on the text line.
We can try it on the text line. We can do phone. I'm cool either way.
Well, the thing is most people, I don't know. I think it's easier for people driving, to go ahead and just hit the button, right? To call. So, I don't know. What do you say, Randy? Should we do text line or should we do phone call?
I always like doing phone calls because it gives you a chance to talk to the, the fourth dimension.
Well, I know, but he can't be sitting there talking for too long. We need him on the air. If this was a really big show, if we were a big deal, we'd have some kid sitting there answering the phone.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could do the text line if you want.
I don't know. It's also easier for Keon handles it. So
I don't mind, honestly.
Yeah. You like talking to people?
I do, actually. all those years in retail.
We should
You
do
get
a
used
new
to it.
thing. We should do a thing where if you're talking to him, you're like, this dude's cool as hell. You put him on the phone with us. But if they're not, well, then if we did that though, then everybody would be sitting there going, I didn't get put on. Oh, I'm not cool as hell. Then we'd be hurting people's feelings.
Yeah, and I'd have to be the person making that call, which makes me feel worse. And also, what if I choose a person who's cool as hell, and the person after them would also have been cool as hell, or cooler?
George wants us to do a text line for tickets. You're not even in town. You're not going to win these tickets.
George, we can't even give those to you.
What are you doing, George?
Feel like I should just Gamecock. Now everybody's I didn't say we were doing this. Bite My Kebab and Gamecock, where they're like, hey, put me on the link for the tickets. We're not doing it on the text line. We're gonna do the phone calls. Oh well, geez. Now everybody's texting in. Cardinal Arts.
I guess we're doing a text thing.
We're not.
They're already there.
We're not. You have access to a phone. You can hit the thing and call.
You can still do it. Yeah.
If we do. I'm not giving you the cue to call it and win yet. So don't call. Gamecock. Ring, ring. I win. No, it's not. We're not doing that.
That's not how a phone call works either. You can't type in ring, ring. The phone has to ring when you call.
Cardinal Art says, I'm as cool as the other side of the pillow. Yeah, let's do the text line. No, we're not. I'm not going to get bullied.
and I don't know if you know Jeffrey, the more you tell him what to do, the more he will do exactly the opposite of what you'd like.
Well, clearly you guys are ready for a phone call. So let's do this. Caller 3 again at 888-368-1580. Cardinal Art. Freak you, Jeffrey.
Isn't it supposed to be fresh you?
I think it's supposed to be fluff.
Oh, fluff you. Yeah. Okay.
See, the thing is, if we do it too much, then we might slip. So we're better not doing it at all.
Hey, man,
Cardinal
I'm just, trying to stay up with the show here. I missed a few days.
I forgot what caller I told him to do. Did I say 3 again? It was 3. All right.
Yeah.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck. And remember, if you don't win, you can still go to the show. The tickets ain't that expensive. It's funny because when we were searching online to get tickets, my wife clicked on a thing, Paul Mercurio tickets, right? And she's like, $200 a ticket. And I'm like, well, we're not going. And she goes, what the heck? I says, honey, no. That's the Broadway show. That's his one-man Broadway show. That's like, that's what you in New York. I said, you got to click on az.houseofcomedy.net. And she brings it up. She's like, oh, okay. Well, that's not so bad.
$200 a ticket.
I love you, Paul, but no.
Not that much, I don't.
No. If I'm in New York and we want to go see this thing in Broadway, oh, yeah. Did you know that his Broadway show, his one-man thing, is directed by Frank Oz?
Oh, no kidding.
Yoda. He knows Yoda. So, but no, this is for Rick Bronson's House of Comedy. The tickets are affordable and worth it. He's very funny. You go to az.houseofcomedy.net for the Paul Mercurio tickets. So, Keon
he's a busy fella. He's the warm-up guy for
Stephen Colbert.
Mm-hmm. He's got a one-man Broadway show, and he's traveling around going to the funny man clubs.
Yeah. His one-man show is called Permission to Speak. I don't know how it's different than his stand-up.
All right.
But I think it has to be. Like, you know what I mean? You can't do the same stuff.
No, you can't.
You can't
really
say, hey, we're doing it on Broadway, so now you got to pay like 10 times more to see me.
It's got to be, it's got to be way different. Yeah.
You'd be 2-drink minimum, over here. So I wouldn't mind finding out. He is good. For as much as I gave him a hard time, he is really good. I don't leave the house often, to give you an idea.
That's true. That is true.
And like I said, I'm going to this show. I'm not saying which show I'm going to, but I am going this week, this weekend, Friday or Saturday to see this show.
So what show you going to?
I ain't telling people. Just going to show up and do it. That's what I'm going to do. Keon
So what show you going to?
I don't know.
What?
There's 4 shows left. There's 7:30 tonight. There's 9:45 tonight. There's 7 p.m. on Saturday, 9:30 p.m. on Saturday as well. He's not doing Sundays.
Well, I mean, that's good, I guess. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to have one day where you don't have to feel like you got to be funny.
I mean, there's no off on that switch. So
you used to travel around and be a stand-up comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Did you use a stool for your act?
Well, I've been asked so many questions. And that was not one I've ever been asked.
Well, look who you're talking to.
Sometimes there was a stool, sometimes there wasn't, you know. And but I'll tell you, when you're a brand new comedian, you know, I would always have a white styrofoam cup. I'd walk up there with it and I'd have my water in it, but I'd also have my set list like taped to the back. The audience couldn't see it. So if I forgot where I was, it was there. I had these trigger words that would tell me what I was going to talk about next. I never needed it because I always wrote it down. So that always was fresh in my mind, but it was there if I ever needed it. And sometimes there was a stool I'd put it on top of. It was annoying if I had it on the ground because then I had to really reach down and, you know, take a look. But I didn't end up needing it. Hurry Harry says, dang, I was caller 2 last time. Oh, poor Hurry Harry. He tried so hard. He says, now I was caller 1. Who's caller 3, Keon?
Caller 3, Cardinal Art.
Cardinal Art, freak you, Cardinal Art.
All right.
Cardinal Art having, first off, very, very high on the cool guy rating.
Yeah.
2, Randy, could you pour one up for Cardinal Art? He asked for
it. I mean, absolutely.
He gave me a hard time because I didn't want to do it on the text line, and he turns around and wins.
And wins on the phone.
Hurry, Harry, listen, I'm sorry you didn't win the tickets, but like we were saying, you can still buy them. They're not that expensive. Go to az.houseofcomedy.net, and there's, I'm sure there's still some tickets left. You could get in on that. So, all right, I've got to reach over here. Hold on. We should have some. I'm getting the Big Georgia Sports History music to play when that happens.
Some sort of like musical interlude sort
Steve
of thing.
Allen used to have like the piano. I think something was going to happen.
I could probably, it could something like this.
Ah,
right
perfect. Here, hold on.
Yeah,
I'll go get
yeah.
this.
All right.
Let me bring this over here.
All right.
Perfect.
All
Thank
right.
you. Little music for whenever I need it right there. It's surprising how well that worked. All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back to the year 1976, after an error set up a 6-run rally for the San Diego Padres in the 8th inning, Ted Turner, the new owner of the Atlanta Braves, invited all 2,994 fans watching to come back the next night as his guests for a free, because he was embarrassed by the Braves' performance.
Wow.
Back to me, Jeffrey.
Wow, I don't remember that.
Well, there's only 3,000 people, so it wasn't that bad, but
3,000 people.
yeah, he had just bought the team, and he was like so embarrassed that they came back and won 10-7. San Diego did. And so the Braves, he was just like, oh, this is garbage. So he got on the mic. He's like, guys, just come back tomorrow. It's free. Sorry. So sorry. Yeah. That's the kind of thing that Radio Ron should do for the people who listen to this show. I feel like everybody should get their money back. I think that would be fair.
All right.
Yeah. Whatever you put into this, of course, then people are going to come down with like receipts for the radio. No, I want it. I was told I'd get reimbursed.
Yeah. Jeffrey told me I was.
Imagine Ron. He would just sneak out the back.
Jeffrey, could you step in here for a moment, please?
Well, now that that's a chance, I'm not going in for a while. I might need to call up Tony Busby. I'm going to need some help. Hey, did you know that George Kittle had core muscle surgery?
No.
I don't know which muscle was in his core that he had the surgery on.
It's probably a few muscles.
Like a stomach muscle?
It's your abs, yeah.
Yeah.
What did he do? I don't even remember him doing anything.
Oh, he tore him last year.
And during the season, actually.
No, it says, yeah, okay.
He played through it because he's George Kittle and he's crazy.
I bet he hurt himself wrestling.
I mean, he he probably didn't help it.
Okay. I don't remember which game this happened in. He missed week 18, trying to heal up from this. So yeah, it did happen in the middle of the regular season.
And the week 18 game was the one where they had already clinched and everything. So
go back and check the tapes. See if he was wrestling before this during the season. All right. Then if I am the 49ers, I'm going to have some words with him on that. I might even smash a chair over his head. He'd appreciate it.
He's crazy. He probably would. But George Kittle is a little loose, unhinged.
What happens when they give you surgery on your muscles in your core? Do they just stitch your muscles together? Are they stitching it up to your ribs? Or they stomach muscles? Or what are they doing? How? Well, they do suture it up. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to obviously not move, because if you move, then you'll undo it, and then they have to go back in there and do it again.
Listen, you tell me not to move. I'm good.
Yeah, NFL tight end might be a little tougher.
Sideshow Bob says tight ends take all the big hits. That's a good point.
Yeah, and he's a well-rounded tight end. He doesn't just catch passes. He's a great blocker, and that's what makes him George Kittle. He does everything well. So he's taken offensive lineman level hits.
That sounds like it hurts, but they're saying he'll be back in training camp. He's going to be fine. So whatever happened, it was successful on his tour. He had lipo, didn't he? Probably, because he was extremely overweight. Yeah, little nip and tuck. Right there. Yeah, fair enough. All right, guys, listen, that's the end of the show. Well, I mean, for today, or maybe forever. I don't know. In theory, we'll be back next week. Yes, Monday, 3 p.m. See you. Have a good, safe weekend. Goodbye.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with hot